Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Today's check-in is for the bi-weekly energies, essentially an energetic snapshot of what you might expect over the next week or two. Like always with the bi-weekly energies, as with all tarot readings, take what resonates, leave what does not. You guys, we're going to go ahead and keep the intro short. I have a pile, literal pile, of work on my desk. I need to get it sorted. I will see you next week for your Celtic Cross readings, and I will see you at your sign today. Take care. Be well. Leo, what's up? What's going on? Show me, Leo. Okay. Strength. You. Page of Swords. Yeah, the Magician. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Swords in reverse. That's cool. Six of Cups. That's cool. Kind of impressed, actually. Three of Cups. Queen of Cups. And then, yeah, like I said, kind of impressed, actually. Good job. Strength, Page of Swords, the Magician. Long story short, you manifesting. And you know, this is not a surprise to you. In fact, your manifestation, as far as I can tell, hasn't changed in a while. I can see that with the Page of Swords. It's like I don't need too much more insight. I know what I'm manifesting and I feel good about it. In fact, there's the insistence there is strength. It's like, I got it. Yeah, I got it. So Page of Swords really only has two interpretations. Observation spying. Okay, pretty common in today's world, as I keep having to repeat to people. And then also the starting point of knowledge, or the seed of an idea. Leaves room for expansion, or it can stay right where it is. And you're like, it's going to stay right where it is. I don't need any further insight on the situation. I know what I'm doing. Oh, how very you. All right, the attitude. Queen of Pentacles. There's some attitude. Don't think it isn't. It makes you who you are, though. All right, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords in reverse, Six of Cups. I'm not worried about it. Ooh! It's like I feel good. I feel what I'm doing here lends to my self-worth. I've given this a lot of thought. And I'm very comfortable with me and what I'm up to. I am not breaking a sweat. Good. And no anxiety over this. It's a Six of Cups, and some sort of soul bond is involved here. Now, I know people automatically take it to intimate bonds. It doesn't have to be. It could be that you are not worried about a particular connection as it relates to your self-worth involving someone of your past. So that can be family member, friend, and yes, a person of intimate value. That's entirely up to you. You get to fill in that particular blank. Point is that you feel good about it. No stress. Okay. Three of Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. Yep, that's gorgeous. That's absolutely beautiful. I love that. Lots of emotional mixing, but it's positive, it's healthy, it's well-intended, well-felt, and it goes into a very soft place. Vulnerability is involved, and a sense of rejoicing connectivity here. So, very nice. You said you weren't worried about it. You felt good about it. You weren't wrong. Three of Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups says gorgeous. And this does obviously lend to the softer side of things, right? In terms of one's personal, emotional intimacy and how we're feeling it. Doesn't have to be, but it does lean into there, right there towards the end. Okay? Okay. Strength. Page of Swords, the Magician. King of Pentacles. I had a feeling I was going to see that guy for you, and I don't know why. King of... Perhaps... Maybe. Leo's your moon. Or Taurus is. Anyway, regardless. King of Pentacles, the moon. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. That's very you. This part. It's like, I know something's happening. I may not be able to prove it, but something's happening with my manifestation. Yeah, look at that. Disregard, though. They did disregard, but the page, like, I'm not worried about it. This manifestation's been in place for so long, I couldn't even begin to tell you when I started it. I do know this. Two of Pentacles, the moon. I know something's happening, so you've been able to feel it. And then also with the King of Pentacles there suggests perhaps in your environment you've been paying attention, kind of like the shifting sands, right? The way the landscape has subtly changed for you over time suggest, yeah, something's happening. Something's coming through. Your manifestation in some ways coming through, and it seems to be coming through now more so in Pisces season here. And the Two of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, again, I'm not worried about it. I know something's been developing. I know something's been in the works, and I'm seeing little proofs of it a little more every day. Like I said, shifting sands can create whole new landscapes, right? But it takes time. Man, you got lots of earth in there, don't you? Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords in reverse, Six of Cups. Oh yeah, I like that. It's like, oh no, my manifestation hasn't changed its tune in a long time. But it's taken patience, right? It's taken patience and a willingness to observe. But you're pretty convinced something's happening, even if you can't fully see it yet. All right. Let's see this connection that we are so not worried about. What's going on there? The Star, the Fool, the Lovers. Found you. Yeah, you'll be connecting to them soon enough. Yep. Just my little spiel. You can have one of these and it's not necessarily one of those. You can have one of these and it's not necessarily one of those. Okay? And as I said, and I maintain, Six of Cups isn't always that person. All right? In this context, it is. Oh, and how? It's not just that person, it's the person, apparently. Ooh, jackpot. Yeah, for you. 3 majors. The Star, the Fool, the Lovers. Oh, it's no wonder you're not worried about it. Oh, yeah. No, I knew I'd be connecting to them in time. Yeah. Yeah. I just remained faithful to my manifestation. I made no edits. I just carefully kind of exercised. I don't say wait. I do not use the W word. You're not going to hear that shit from me unless it's appropriate to the reading. But I exercised patience. Kept faithful to my manifestation. I knew it was worth it to me. That connection is worth it to me, and they're worthy of me. And that means to some extent you admit that you are worthy of that connection, or that you understand that they perceive you that way. You cannot manifest what isn't yours. The Star, the Fool, the Lovers. Be careful with that one. I know what I manifested, do you? That's really strong. But I'm happy for you. I am. Now, the reason I've ruled out new. 1, you were too familiar with the energy. That's why you made no edits to your manifestation. That's why. 2, Six of Cups automatically kind of puts it back in the past. I'd have to see more evidence of new for me to say that this was a new connection that is yet to become a soul bond. No. This is someone whom we know. So if you are not trying... And, you know, again, by the way, guys, Six of Cups, you can have a past history with someone, but it didn't necessarily go there, but it has the implication of that. Yeah. So that history, whatever it is to you, it's that person that you feel isn't just any old soul bond. It's the connection, perhaps once in a lifetime. And you wanted it in your life in its full form, right? Not how we experienced it necessarily in the past, but where it ought to be today. And that's a very strong vision, one that you want to open up to. You say you're not worried about it. You had a feeling this was coming through. I said you weren't wrong. Oh my gosh, we are deeply desirous of this. 3 Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. The way you said I'm not worried about it. This thing will come through in time when it's supposed to, and right on time. 3 Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. Oh, yeah. It did take an emotional turn, softer turn, I should say. Vulnerable, leaning into romantic still. This is why we clarify. 3 Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. Are you connecting to water? The Sun, Two of Cups, Knight of Cups is here twice. I'm very happy for you, I am. All the cheekiness aside, I was just pushing back on you because you pushed on me. It's like, I'm not worried about my manifestation, Christina. It was a matter of time. So my cheek is responding to your cheek, but yeah, you weren't wrong. That's gorgeous. Please don't take this for granted, right? I don't get readings like this too often. That's beautiful. The love is so easy, so easily felt. Let's not take that for granted. So easily felt, accessed, however you want to do it. I see you connecting out in public at first, yes. But what I'm seeing is such a high emotional but simple reciprocated joy. Let's not take that for granted. That's gorgeous. This is what it looks like in 3D, but here's the spiritual significance of it. You manifested this fish, you landed it. Take good care of it. And make sure it's returned to you. That's all. And you two will be okay. That's the biggest failure of lovers. And that's how you distinguish between lovers of a season and lovers of a lifetime. Lovers of the season, they choose each other temporarily until things get real. And change is required in order to keep your person. Most people, this is where they become a season, not a lifetime. A lifetime is when two people choose each other correctly. They see the willingness to change. They want to change. They want to be the person for their person. So they're not just thinking about what they're getting, but also what they're giving. And that's real. That's real choice, right? How we choose our person, we choose ourselves. Remember this. All right. Yeah, that's the difference between lovers of a season and one of a lifetime. Memories. I know. There it is. Like I just said. There's the Six of Cups. Nostalgia. The memories. And we have the courage to change. Both of you. So that tells me then, prior to your manifestation coming to fruition, you already identified as someone who had changed. Make sure they have as well, and you're golden. All right? But it seems to me, look at that. I like the equals there of the heart. It's very soft towards each other. We're full on. And that's not love bombing. That's very gentle. It's very appropriate. It's very healthy. It comes from the heart on both sides. Literally, the Two of Cups is over that Queen of Cups. It's on both sides. And the Knight of Cups is here twice. We have the happiness here. That's beautiful. That's gorgeous. I love it. All right. Nobody else will be this easy or straightforward, I promise you. So this was quite the pleasure. GOAYFU. Of course, I had to take FU. I don't know. Speaking of edge, anyway, that's just my own little stupid, schoolyard humor. Did they though? Did this person ever? Maybe you said "fuck you" to them. What is that? Okay. Well, I wasn't trying to make an impression out of that. It's just flowing through. Is this like the first person that's ever told you "fuck you" or you them and meant it? I don't know. I didn't get any medallions. Anyway, I don't... yeah, there's a big difference between somebody who's not really saying it and somebody who just kind of says it, you, cough, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, it leaves an impression. ARH, and then the medallion of Cancer, just one. So you have some very interesting, minute Cancer in your chart. Could be connecting to, I did say, is a water sign. I have heavy Pisces here today, as well as Cancer, but yeah, any of the water signs. And then also the season might be important. The season's further out, so no, I'm looking at the next couple weeks. All right, Leo, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? What's going on? Show me Sag, please. Show me Sag. Yeah. Yeah. Temperance. You. Hello, darling. Three of Cups. Yeah, Page of Wands. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, literally. Seven of Swords. The Moon. Oh, yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, all right. Four of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Okay. Okay. Like I said, it's up to you. It really is. That's a very simple opening. You're directly involved. Temperance, Three of Cups, Page of Wands. Now, Three of Cups in this context, because it's up to you, I honestly, it could mean any old thing. All you're showing me is the potential for social, emotional connectivity. As you see fit, literally, Temperance there. I'm thinking I'm looking at your social life. Okay, more than, say, a specific connection. Overall, if I'm being honest with you, it's kind of like saying now's not the time. Now, you're a big Saggy, right? It either applies to you or it doesn't. You know, you see who you want to see. But if now's not the time, now's not the time. And I'll tell you why that might be. So this is lovely. I do believe I'm looking at your social life, just in a very general sense. It seems that you have space now. Over here, something about your doubts kicks in, soon, within this week. It's like something's not right. You have some doubts there, you have some sneaking suspicions, and then whatever it is that you felt you might have been open to, because there's a little bit here, Page of Wands. You're like, I feel like something's coming through, and you're not wrong. The moon here, once everybody showed me the moon. We're in Pisces season, and then a lot of stuff is coming forward for revelation at this time, and it looks good. There's an Ace of Pentacles on the other side of that moon. All right, so there's some activity here around a new opportunity that is being generated. You can't see it just yet, but you have a feeling. Seven of Swords, like something's going on. Four of Cups, Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups. I see you actually very deliberately stepping away from personal, social connectivity to do this. And it's Ace of Wands. It's kind of like saying I could do, I'm not finding the enthusiasm for it right now. I do believe whatever that is going to take precedence. And choices here, selectivity. Okay. Yeah, I like how your spider tingles, if you will, kicked in right around here and said something's coming through. Maybe this is not the best time to be hanging out so much with friends or whoever. I don't know what, guys. It's like I have a feeling I'm going to need the space. Four of Cups, Eight of Cups. And, you know, you're kind of disappointed. I'm not saying you're not. But behind that disappointment, there is legitimate excitement. For whatever that could be. So, Temperance. Three of Cups, Page of Wands. Because to look at you in that opening, it's kind of like saying, I have all the time in the world. I can hang out with as many people as I want, whenever I want. And you might identify with that like now, as of today, maybe tomorrow. But within a week or so, something kicks off. Temperance, Three of Cups, Page of Wands. The Magician, Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Yeah. I do see you. Yeah, that was very open-ended. It still is. Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles. That could be anybody. For some of you, it's networking. For others of you, it's personal connections. It's very wide open right here. You seem to be that person who knows everybody, and you probably connect a lot within a given day. Okay. There are some people who can have whole days and they don't see nobody. Not you. No. No, the opposite is true for you. It's very unusual for you to have a day where you're not deliberately connecting to people. Family, friends, your personal, professional resources, network, connections, community. It's a little bit all day, every day. And then something here kicks in and says, maybe we should pull back from that. We're going to need the space. Yeah, it does kind of remind me of Jaws. We're going to need a bigger boat. Okay. Seven of Swords. The Moon, Ace of Pentacles. You're going to land a big fish. You need a big boat. Seven of Swords, the Moon, Ace of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Kind of lacking conviction there. The doubts start kicking in, though. Yeah. Ace of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, something comes up for you to deal with. And I say deal with. It does look like a new opportunity, but you're saying I'd have to radically convert my energy and throw all of myself at this. Okay. That means giving up, even if temporarily, I don't know if it's necessarily long term, but temporarily, connecting, engagement opportunities, social networking, whatever it is, you'll have to do less of that in order to accommodate this. And you're like, can I handle all this? Two of Pentacles. You'll need more of your energy available to you by the time this hits the scene. If you want to accommodate the Ace of Pentacles, it looks sizable. I can see that person you handle a lot in any given day, but you're used to it. You're accustomed to it. That's your threshold. You have a high threshold for connectivity, either for personal, professional reasons. My guess would be a combination of those things. Like I said, we all have multiple balances in any given day. A lot of people would personally say, I have 20 or 30. When you stop and think about it, yeah, that's how common they are and how frequent. Now, you add people into the mix, right? Let's say you have a job where it is literally your business to be in contact with people all day, every day. Yeah, that's normal. And then you got your own personal stuff, your own personal connections. So you mix it all in there. I knew that was open-ended. So here, and this song kicks in. It's like, what is going on? You're going to have that moment where you stop. I swear to God, that Sag is going to stop and say, what is going on? You can't quite see it. You didn't have an intuitive feeling for it. No, this is being generated behind the scenes. But you strongly suspect you shouldn't take on any more connections than you already have. No more activities than you already have, and don't commit yourself to any new activities. I'm not telling you, you got to live your life as you see fit. But for the sides I'm looking at, it's like, let's pull back on this stuff a little bit. Nothing new anyway. You already have a threshold. Because by the time this hits the scene, you're wondering if you can incorporate this into your already quite high threshold of activity. So that's up to you. That is up to you, honey. But yeah, look at that. See, it's like, I know. Look at these disappointments. 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and then I see you kind of peeling back the layers of emotional connectivity that might be a little bit more on the personal side. It's like I can't accommodate everything right now. Okay. And you're disappointed. There might be connections here that you intentionally have to walk away from if you're going to make space for this. It depends on how much you want it, guys. I can see that this is an opportunity we're not expecting. You got to know your limits. Some people can do it all, and that's wonderful. That's amazing. And then there are people who can't, and that's wonderful that they know that. So you got to start making choices about how much you can reasonably take on. 4 of Cups, Ace of Wands, 8 of Cups, and this is real life. Know your limits, and that's a good thing, Scott. I have to know my limit every damn day. Christina, do you really think you can take on that other assignment? Why don't you finish up these 3 or 4 you got pending? I don't want to hear that. Well, someone has to be the voice of reason. All right. 4 of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. The Sun. The six of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, I see what you did here. It's kind of like forsaking personal self-interest, personal pleasure, if it means maximizing your professional growth. Okay, so I am seeing you making a head over heart decision here. It is like, it has been my joy, and it is your joy. It is absolutely your joy, all right, to pursue these things over here. Like I said, you're that person. If I cracked open the phone book, you'd be like, I know them, I know them, I know them, I know them. And we can go down that list page after page. Organizations, businesses, whatever. You know everybody. You know everybody. You know them first name, you know them last name. You have an idea of what their histories are. You love it. You absolutely love it. You love being that point of connectivity. You love being part of, you are the hub, okay? You are the hub. So I know, it's like, I know I'm going to disappoint these folks. I know. But there's something over here that even if it's temporary or part-time, you're going to want to try it out. You want to get the experience. That's what you're showing me, 9 of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, this is a head over heart decision. I want the experience, 9 of Pentacles. It's going to lend to your personal experience, your personal security, as in your own finances. you know, achievements, etc. You want your name on this opportunity. You want your name on that board. That's what you're doing. And I don't disagree with it. Like I said, these are hard decisions, and I don't see it as a permanent move. I really don't, but that's up to you. I see it as a temporary thing. When you're able to re-engage in these balances, I think you will, because they mean a lot to you. They really, really do. Clearly, your people, your network, your connection, your resources mean a lot to you. But yeah, this is something that we're talking about. This is personal experience, you know? Let's say you have, and I'm sure you do, an extensive resume. This is your opportunity to perhaps put a name brand on your resume. Makes sense? So I know that you are showing me emotional preference for this. You're saying this has more to do with my business preferences, business practices. I struggled just to show the importance of it. Yeah, this is my opportunity to engage in kind of a name brand construct, and I got to put my name on it, bro. I got to sign up to this, and that means slacking off, but handing them off temporarily, or disconnecting from them temporarily. And I know, but see, look at that here, and it bums you out. But you see, this is what I'm saying, guys. You want new, you have to make space for it. Like I said, you literally told me I'm going to need a bigger boat. You do. And that means you got to dump some of the stuff off the boat, even if it's for a little while, so you can accommodate the big fish. But yeah, all you're telling me in a very elaborate way is that you had an unexpected opportunity here, and you'd be a fool not to take it or try to incorporate it. And that means finding the time and having to make some cuts. But I maintain, I know a permanent cut structure when I see it. This is short term. This is short term. All right. Or it's something to do with the balance. And yeah, you got to make the energetic space for it. Ace of Wands is here twice. Okay. And for some of you, let's see. Sag might be your Mars placement. And this is your way of making it all work. But honey, I can already see you're at the top end of your threshold. So what do I say? Sometimes you get that threshold, you got to be willing to sometimes cut a quarter to a third of the content so you can fit in something at the top again, you know? Dark Night of the Soul. Oh, honey, comfort zone. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Comfort zone. Some of you, by the way, FYI, Sagittarius might be your South Node. This might represent for some of you one of your fears. Like you really like your comfort zone. Dark Night of the Soul. Perhaps for some of you are always afraid of some of these decisions about change, but it's good for you. Kind of knowing this day would come, and it would be a confrontational day where you really had to reassess where you are and what you're doing. Okay. Some of you, I'm sorry. This might be a little bit more of an uncomfortable subject, because I would say you took this kind of hard. It's like, I really don't want to have to vacate these connections or my responsibilities. They're so comfortable to me. Like I said, you really love what you do, so you take it kind of hard, and I didn't understand why. But if some of you are deeply attached to your comfort zones, and this represents a conflict on your soul, like a dark night of the soul, I was always afraid this was going to happen. It's okay. You can only do so much. I know you have an outstanding fear of disappointing others. I get that. Okay, but we're talking about the possibility of you disappointing you if you don't lean into this opportunity while it's here. So think about that. All right. Like this, a temporary, if you are thinking about it in terms of a violation of contract or something, it's like, think of it this way. It's a temporary violation versus a long-term one if you don't pursue this, and long-term being you. You find value in it at a very high level. Otherwise, you wouldn't have bothered. I know. Dark Night of the Soul. You've had talks about this. You've had talks about your comfort zone. And that if you had new opportunities and they were reasonable or feasible for you to take, that you would do it, right? Some of you counsel and therapy. I don't know that it was meant to fly out in the reverse. But some of you, you know this is a sore point. I'm glad you're being brave then. I'm glad you're getting outside your box and you're doing something that looks like it could benefit you. All right? I know you'll get back to this when you can. It's all right. And you're going to disappoint some people. You mean you're not going to do da-da-da-da? Sorry, guys, this thing came up. You think they wouldn't understand? Come on now. Or maybe they wouldn't, but that's not your problem. Okay? You got to do what's right for you sometimes. E, F, Y, and we have the Medallion of Leo. Sag, I hope this helped you. Obviously, this one was specific, and people can get very turned off by specific readings. And then they also get complaints about it's too general. It's too specific. Anyway, this one's clearly specific, but I hope it helped you. I do. And I have to maintain, I think you are making a good choice for yourself professionally. It does not seem like it will be a long-lasting Ace of Pentacles. I think you are engaging in it long enough to get the experience. And as soon as you can get back from that, you'll get back to these connections and networks and contracts that are very comfortable. And they clearly do well for you and do well by you. All right? I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Aries. The Sun, Two of Wands, Six of Cups. That's lovely. The Hanged Man, Nine of Pentacles, the Magician. Interesting. Four of Wands. Excuse me. The Tower and Justice. Okay. Quite a bit going on here. Some of it is outward where you can see it, interact with it. Some of it is internal. You just know it's happening. It's not easy. Okay. And processing it. The Sun, Two of Wands, Six of Cups. To be clear, and you're opening, that's beautiful, that's gorgeous. You look happy and warm, safe, secure, and satisfied. I see you connecting to someone important. Six of Cups, that doesn't tell me much right now, except it's someone whom you have a unique connection with, and that could be anybody of the past, but the key word there is unique. You would not mistake this person for anyone else, nor they to you. Right? Very distinct emotional attachment there. But we feel happy, warm, safe, and we're talking to this person, and we're talking to this person soon. And you're so glad, you're happy, you're sharing, and you want to share. You want to share. It feels good. And the Sun's out for you too. The Hanged Man, Nine of Pentacles, the Magician. I see you inwardly taking some time to reflect on you personally and where it is you want to be. What should I be manifesting for myself here as an individual? Nine of Pentacles is of the self. And from what I'm seeing down here, this is the singular self. It's kind of like I'm having to look at myself as a Nine of Pentacles. This is my time, and you're right, it is your time, to carefully look at you and ask yourself, point blank, what do I want? What should I be focusing on? What should I be working on? How can I ground myself? How can I increase my own personal sense of security, wealth, abundance, whatever, experience? It's like, this is your time. Use this time. I don't think you've had to contemplate a solo Aries for a while. Never mind, ask yourself individually what you want for yourself. And I'll tell you why. That Four of Wands, the Tower, that went kaboom. And Justice, I promise you, you're on the right side of history, if you will. Whatever this is was supposed to implode. Hopefully it didn't explode, but it's definitely supposed to implode. So there is some sort of relationship here as two people define it. There's something wrong with the definition, the Tower. This is kind of like saying I was feeding this relationship under this guise or premise, and I was mistaken. I was contributing to this relationship under this guise or premise. I was mistaken. I was building into it, trying to stabilize it. I was mistaken. Something like that. I thought it was a normal, healthy relationship or a stable one. I was mistaken. So the Tower suggests this is not random. This is supposed to topple. Because if it hadn't, you would have continued to give to a false construct. So this is going to be one of those where it feels devastating at first, but later on you see the benefit of it. That was supposed to happen. It was fair. It was fairsies. It was false. It was, and you see your part in it. It takes two to build into the false construct. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you didn't fully believe in it. It's just at some point, you and someone else were keeping that alive for a long time. Well past the point of mutual benefit or in either of yours best interest, something there was wrong. Okay? But I promise you justice is on the other side. So this is being cleaned up spiritually, technically, legally, probably all those things. Now, that's still happening. That's still ongoing. And the reason I know that this has already happened, I know a post tower when I see it, it's still coming down. That's going to take a while, apparently, to bring down that Four of Wands, the implication of it, everything it means, everything it stands for, everything it didn't stand for, and we're seeing it now. That is still going to take time to come down. And I know it's already happened because you're having to think about yourself as a solo agent for the first time, perhaps in a long time. So I know it's already happened. And I can already tell you the worst of it's over because your opening here is warm. I would dare say it's happy in the absence of that. Okay? So I know that's the worst of it's done. It's just on the inside, things are still coming down. You're still going to learn about that relationship, the things you did right and the falseness of it. There's a lot to unpack there. In terms of action over the next 2 weeks, that would be this and more of that. You really get to think about yourself for the first time in I don't know how long. So, the Sun, Two of Wands, the Six of Cups. This seems to be an active dialogue between you and somebody, and just talking to them, getting it out, makes you feel good, and also you're thankful that you have someone to tell all these things to. And that's lovely. It makes you happy. And they understand you, and I love that. Clearly you have someone in your life that you trust and they understand you. And I see them being happy for you. Yeah, I know. Five of Cups. You two were talking about it. I know. I figured that would be the main point of your two's conversation. And like I said, it feels good to talk about it. Okay? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about why we stopped investing and we're just listening and learning. That's it. There's going to be a lot of communication flying around and a lot of insight. So what starts out as somebody didn't know very much, I'm assuming then it's the recipient. Oh, Knight of Swords, that changes fast. So it looks like we're updating somebody about what's really been going on, and it just feels so good to get all this off your chest. And also, frankly, perhaps why they haven't heard from you in a long time. Yeah, Page of Pentacles in reverse. It kind of went from a non-communicated connection, soul bond, to something that's going to jump back into it pretty darn quickly. So the knowledge base expands from a Page of Swords to a Knight of Swords. That's what you call an accelerant. Okay. It's like, oh, okay. I had no idea all this was going on for you, Aries. What? And it's just going to feel good. You think you would immediately break down into tears, but no, you look relieved to tell your story to this person. Okay, that's good. That makes me happy to see that. It feels good to be understood, yeah? That's really the truth behind most human existence. We all just want to be understood. How we go about doing it now. A Hanged Man, Nine of Pentacles, the Magician. Nine of Cups. I know, you get to think about yourself now. Oh dear, that's there twice. Okay. Yeah, Nine of Cups of the self twice. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles of the self. And only for the self. The Hanged Man. Oh gosh, contemplation. Justice here twice for you. Nine of Swords. There is a little bit of stress about whether or not this is a good thing for you. It is. The positivity here far outweighs the stress of where it's coming from. There's something here that if you had continued to build into this, it would have been at your own cost. resources, okay? Cost you literal resources, as in monetary, time, energy, effort, and then your personhood. Somehow, you being connected to this reduced your sense of self or personhood. I really want you to use this time in your life to think about yourself and where you next want to be, how you envision yourself in future, what do you want exactly. I know you haven't had to really operate under me, myself, and I in a while, and that can be a stressful element. I know. But honestly, this could be one of the most fruitful periods of your life in terms of self-reflection. I want you to think about you. All right? Don't be one of these fools that's threatened by their single status. Like that, life is too short. Honey. No. This is where you really get to reevaluate yourself and who you are, where you've been, and what you're trying to become. Solo. I just know that justice, this is appropriate. This is very appropriate now. This must have really taken away from you. Goodness me. 4 of Wands, the Tower, Justice. The whole point of a stable relationship is that we're giving to each other equally of our free will because we have each other's best interests in mind, and that's true love. I'm not talking about the big connections. I'm not talking about being in love, which tends to be a lot more selfish. I'm talking about true love, which is equal, fair, reciprocated, and again has each other's best interest in mind, because that's true partnership, right? And that tells me someone's sense of best self was not being developed in this. In fact, it was being eroded or chipped away at. Anyway, sorry. I do have a tendency to just go on and on and on. I know it. I know. But I want people to understand my thinking when I interpret 4 of Wands, the Tower, Justice. There's a lot going on in tarot, guys. And I try to cover the basis. I really do. 4 of Wands, the Tower, Justice. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and Strength. You could have stayed and continued to wait things out. And in fact, I think that's what many of you plan to do. There's this general sense of maybe things will improve in time if I'm strong enough. Fuck that. I'm glad that stopped. Otherwise, you had no plans to change. Is like I'm going to keep floating this energy for a while. This way of life, this relationship. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, Strength, with a vague, way out there idea that maybe in a couple of years things will get better, whatever that means. And it is very easy to fall into that thinking. It shows in the spirit. It shows in the heart. I don't know what that tower was, but it gave you the permission you needed to break from it, and I'm thankful that that was it, because otherwise you had no plans to change. Let's be real, right? I get it. I'm not knocking on you, but that was the tower for many of you. You thought that this thing would carry forward infinitely, and that maybe it would get better, at least for you, one day. That means somebody benefited from the relationship while the other person suffered. I'm guessing you're the one that suffered, because now you're in the position, rightfully so, with Justice twice, to think for yourself now. Because whatever this is, didn't seem to have your best interest, your sense of security, sanctity of self, personhood, or spirit in mind. It was chipping away at you, and then people who voluntarily wait for year after year for things to quote-unquote get better, yeah, being chipped away at like that will do that to you. You start to develop that frame of mind. Well, I guess things will get better with them in a year or two. They just need that thing that's coming up next year. Or they promise to be in a better mood next, I don't know, whatever it is, guys. But it stopped turning into weeks and months and seasons. We're talking about whole years. Years. And a couple years. Conditioned upon what? So I'm glad you had some irrefutable evidence. You already see it. It's in the rearview mirror. You already know what that was. That allowed this thing to come down, and you're on the other side of justice. Whatever this is, it meant your freedom. You get your sense of self back. Okay. I like that. I do. Like I said, once more, for those folks who aren't paying attention, this already happened. This is not going to happen in the next 2 weeks. This is your more boots on the ground happening 3D energies. This is just a reflection at that point. Okay. Yeah, but you got a lot to think about. This is the most tangible thing I can see. And that will be ongoing conversations and communications with somebody important, and they seem to understand you. No judgment. It's nothing but warmth, support, and love. Love that. Love those connections. They're my favorite. But you get to think about you, baby. And it's the right thing, I promise. Justice for you twice on the other side of things. Good. I'm glad. The harvest, or autumn, if you will, early fall, is in reverse. Spiritual awakening. So we've had a kind of spiritual awakening whenever this happened. I would reckon winter. Or for those of you, you're not in the winter season, this is your summer. Okay. After fall. And again, it's already happened. It's already in the rearview mirror, but that's when we had our spiritual awakening. All right. And I would say freedom, relief. Okay, moon's in reverse, the dark side. Yeah, you're already on the other side of it. You're already on the other side of it. Whatever that was came to light. Irrefutable evidence. Yeah, I just see you processing it here now, Pisces season, which is actually relevant to the Mercury retrograde. This is an appropriate context of the Mercury retrograde. You've processed already the heavier emotions associated with this. There's still things to learn, yes. But you already reached your enlightenment period, and you're still in that. Okay. Wonderful. You're on the other side of the moon. You're on the other side of the shadow. All right. R-O. We have two. Cancer and you, Aries. You, of course, might be double, triple Aries, etc. Obviously. You might have some Cancer in your chart. Could be connecting to or formerly connected to. That is here. But then you also have that buddy up here at your opening. So, I don't know. And then the season might have been important to you. Let's see. Upcoming Aries season, I think you're going to have really hit your stride and feel a lot more confident being a solo person. But really, it's not about comfort level. It's about where you want to next take yourself. So use this time right here, this lovely hanged man time, right? This was taking away from your sense of you. You get to take it back now. Let's see, we have Dove, sign of peace. Oh, yeah. You're working on your peace. You're not processing the heavy, oh my God, woe is me emotions. You're past that. You are going to enter a phase of peace in your life, being at peace with all this, knowing in your soul that it was right. Okay. That's why you're not showing me any heavy distress elements. The worst of it's done. You've already processed the hardest of emotions, its implications, and you're at the point of enlightenment now, which is leading you to peace. And then we have the music note. Some of you, profession, hobby, music, or like most of us, that's how you tune intuitively. Continue on with that practice. It's very good for you. All right, Aries, honey, I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Aquarius. The Fool. Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles. Ten of Wands, Queen of Wands, Strength. It's hard for you, it's hard for them too. Although, I have to tell you at this point, who is who? Really, that's going to come down to you. But I see two energies that are actually experiencing something very similar. The World, a Page of Cups, and the Tower. Okay. Let's be careful with that. I'm glad I get to give you the heads up, but I can tell you right now it's insincere. Anyway, the Fool, Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles. You could, and you still could. It's up to you. All right? The Fool, Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles. Maybe I can give this another chance. I don't know. Things hurt really bad. Now, Ten of Swords is no guarantee of an ending. It's often a precursor, but even then it's not a guarantee. It can be a lot of pain, and people can continuously choose to live with pain if they're not willing to let something go, even though it hurts them. So yeah, Ten of Swords is no guarantee of an ending. Very curious to see what you do with your Ten of Swords. You understand that you are hurt. that's coming from a practice. And I'm defaulting to these first 3 cards being you. Okay? But again, as it resonates, this is the second energy. Here's the first one. King of Pentacles. Now, practically speaking, you could reinvest in this. That would be the risk element with the Fool. This is not a new beginning, right? It's more like a fresh start, possibly, with this person, making peace with them or trying to make things work. It's much more from a practical point of view, King of Pentacles, that would require, reinvestment, allowing yourself to be present, on board, actively investing. So, yeah, that's not exactly, I'm going for new. No, it's leaning in more to taking a risk side of the Fool. You can see the pros and cons of it. You can. I gotta tell you, I'm seeing more con than pro. And I think you are as well. Okay. Over here, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands, Strength. Woo! They're adamant. They are adamant. Whoever that is, they is adamant. They're like, hey, this is hard for me too. And that's fair. It is. Like I said, very similar. You're showing me a 10 of Swords. Pain's a little more direct. They're showing me the kind of labor of the energy here. Is hard for me too. All right? But Queen of Wands, Strength, and this very forceful energy right here, maybe they're straight up fire sign, but they are kind of showing me a forceful will of energy. Like, come on, just be strong, just be strong. It's not... Why do people always default to the argument of strength? Just be strong. How are you using strength? That's what I'm saying. We need better definition of strength. It takes as much strength to push something away as it does to pull towards you. So this person is saying, pull this towards you. Use the strength. Come on, I'm willing to be strong. You too. They don't seem to understand it takes as much strength to do this. I reject you, or this premise. So we get to define strength and what that means to us. What does it mean to be strong? Using your Fool energy here to reinstitute this, okay, would take an act of strength. Using your Fool to free yourself from this and have a new beginning, that would take an act of strength as well. So what do you understand strength to mean? That's what you need to figure out, and I wish they would do a better job understanding, because to them this is just a matter of being strong. Just come on, have the will. Come on, Aquarius, have the guts, have the energy. And it just, that argument always turns me off. It always does. Because I don't know if it's pride talking. I don't know if someone really needs to work for their own sense of self, pride, agenda, confidence. I don't know. They're pushing. But fair, the only fair point they made is it is hard for them too. Yes, but that should also be their first indicator that maybe we shouldn't be using strength this way. Maybe a real show of strength is to let it go. That's up to you. The World, Page of Cups, Tower. I see that we choose to close this out. Once more, I'm not telling you. You're still here at the opening of that decision. I am, however, seeing the closing of it. But tarot does not dictate action, you do. It's going to come down to you, your life situation, circumstance, etc. Page of Cups to Tower. Upon that closing, I promise you, you'll receive some sort of bullshit apology. Insincere. Well, I'm sorry. It could show up in the form of an emotional lie. I don't quite know, but it's very insincere. And I that's not the kind of apology I would acknowledge or accept, but that's me. I'm just letting you know it's bullshit. So it's low level bullshit. Okay. You can still ignore it. You would actively have to choose to participate that or accept it as real. Like, honestly. But yeah, I'm letting you know right now it's insincere. It's false. Okay? All right. The Fool. Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles. Honey, that's a brutal couple of weeks. To be clear, whatever it is that triggered this pain has already happened. You're still kind of at the top end of this decision, however, how you want to use that strength, how you want to use that Fool. Do you want to reinstitute whatever the hell this is? And you could do. You could do. Okay. Empress. In reverse. 3 of Swords. 8 of Swords. I'd have some concerns as well. I would have some trepidation as well. Empress in reverse fell out in my lap upside down. Guys, I don't like that. Is unsupportive, unproductive, conditional love. So the Empress in the upright is unconditional love. So long it's a healthy system, she will support it indefinitely through love and time, energy, and effort. That's why the Empress is associated with productivity, not the Emperor. Unconditional. Things flow from the Empress when she's in a healthy connection. So unhealthy then is very conditional. You know, if you want anything from me, well, yeah. It's conditional, let's put it that way. Someone who has a weak countenance, someone who's extremely indulgent in life's goodies, indulgences, just give me more, kind of a greedy person. Whatever they are, be it food, alcohol, sex, whatever it is, or just laziness, someone who's a little too sloth or sloth. Okay, potatoes. But yeah, this is someone who expects to be given to and not necessarily give back. So here we have that lazy, just unhelpful, unproductive, or frankly, someone who just can't cut the mustard, but expects to be taken care of or given to. This is where we have self-entitlement issues, a lot of entitlement issues, yeah. Not exactly thinking about how I can be service to you or others, but how can you be of service to me? So that's entitlement, yeah. 3 of Swords, 8 of Swords, we're confused. Confused and heartbroken and hurt, and just confused, heartbroken, and hurt. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's kind of like, how can this be? It's really hard for you to perceive them this way. It breaks your heart. It's like, I don't even recognize you. Who are you? I don't know if they're always like this. It could be temporary given the situation, where it's like, if you want this thing to come back together, you have to meet me entirely on my terms. So it could just be temporary selfish energy at its height. That could be it as well. Let's take a look at this, please. It's hard for me to believe that you devoted many years of your investment years towards someone who is that outwardly selfish. So it could just be due to the situation or circumstance. And it's like, you want to get back together, reinstitute this. And I don't know who the hell this is to you. It could be anybody in your life whom they expect you to cater to them at this time exclusively. This could be a mother figure that's out of control. Yes, it is coming across as not great feminine, but it's, yeah. A feminine who's might be a little abusive with her powers right now. Who knows? Let's take a look at that 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands, strength. Doesn't have to be. It's weird seeing an unproductive Empress, man. 2 of Swords, yeah, 2 of Wands, and the Emperor. Oh, yeah, see, look at that. See, I knew it was 2 people. Look at that. You're reflecting on them, and here they are reflecting on you. They want to know if you're going to take it. 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands. They're literally asking you, just be strong. Come on. It's just, what's the matter, Aquarius? You can't be strong? You can't be strong? Aren't you the Emperor? So they're seeing you as the decision maker. So even though they're being forceful with the energy, they're defaulting to you. It's like, what's wrong with you? It's hard for me to make a decision too. I'm looking at you, kid. It's going to come down to you. Are you going to... Jeez, look at that. Look at that. See, we got the Empress in reverse and the Emperor in upright. Here's them looking at you. Here's you looking at them, and how you two perceive each other. This is not a yours and theirs, guys. This is not yours and theirs. Let me make that clear. This is a bi-weekly. I don't know what the hell I'm going to see. It's just, again, The idea is the next week or two. That's it. I'm not trying to do yours and theirs. But when it's distinctly two people and the reflections are crossing over, I'm going to tell you. So this one's either yours or it's not. It's non-negotiable. That's it. Two of Swords, they're looking at you. What's the matter? What's the matter? You can't, what? You an emperor or not? You're going to be Big Daddy or what? Come on. Come on. And it's a little bullying. It's a little bullying. High pressure. I don't know about you, but I don't like a high pressure sales job. The whole thing smacks of being inauthentic, so I need you to make a pressure decision now. Otherwise, I'm going to belittle you or just continue to cut you down, whatever it is, until I get what I want. And it's bullying, guys. It feels bullying. I can't, it's hard for me to believe they're always like this. Because that means at some point you chose them over and over again, knowing how they are. And that's hard for me to believe that of you or anybody. Is it really due to this situation or circumstance? If you want to get back together, everything has to be my way, whatever this is. I say it because most people take it to the love thing, relationship love stuff. Not necessarily family and friend relationships, but however it resonates, guys. The World. Yeah, I guess you weren't hip to that either. I see you close it out. Two of Swords, Two of Wands, literally looking at you to make the decision. But they have to admit somewhere deep down inside, they ultimately don't know what you're going to do. The World. Page of Cups, the Tower. Justice. Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles. I think you're saying or expressing this is the right thing to do. You are closing this out. Let's be clear. I'm not telling you what to do. Justice, Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles. I actually see the communication coming from you about how you're going to treat this going forward. For either reasons of technical reasons, legal reasons, not really spiritual ones. Oh, the spirit's involved, I promise. It is. But you're saying for reasons of technicality or legal reasons, I have to interact with you in a cooperative way, but this is getting closed out. So Three of Pentacles here isn't even friendship. You're not offering friendship. It's like I will cooperate with you in as much as I have to, technically or legally, in order to close this thing out. I promise you there will be an easily discredited apology. I just want you to know I'm so sorry for the Nevertheless, I see you pressing a kind of cool-toned neutral, which I don't disagree with. I guess you could say lawful neutral right there in that zone. This is what I absolutely have to convey to you and nothing more. But you can't say it's not cooperative or that it's not just or correct. But yeah, I see the words actually coming from you to them. And then what you receive in turn is a bunch of blah, 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 bullshit. And it's not a bunch, actually. It's quite small. It's quite small. I promise you can dismiss it. You don't have to accept it as truth. I think we're well beyond that point. It's like, maybe I was too harsh and they don't really mean it. Maybe I was too judgy and they don't really mean it. Maybe I went too far and they don't really mean it. It's insincere with the Tower. You're past the point of believability with this person, right? You believing them. You're past that point. You crossed that particular threshold already. So I see you keeping it cool-toned, neutral. But yeah, no, that world is still pressing. And once more, I'm not saying that you're offering friendship. It's whatever it is you got to do to close out this cycle and to do it as effectively or efficiently as possible. Yeah. Okay. I think it's the nerve sometimes, just the fucking nerve. I look at that. The Divine Masculine landed on the Emperor. I do believe that that's you. I'm not saying you have to be a man. I think they are perceiving you as the one having the Divine Masculine energy, that you get to make the final decision. I'm not putting any pressure on you except, I am. But yeah, I think they perceive you that way, yes, as the decision maker. But that, again, that kind of... I shouldn't have to do anything. The Empress is in reverse, and they're insisting on that point. I shouldn't have to do anything. So they see you as the decision maker, the provider. I don't quite know, but new perspective. Yeah, we got some new perspective. Maybe we can better see them for who they really are. There's confusion. Oh, there is illusions about that, about the perspective and how they really are, or perhaps how they always have been. Perhaps, honey, they were always kind of deep down selfish, lazy, but they had a really good cover story. Some people can float that cover story for a long time, but eventually truth will out. The right thing is being done here. Oh my goodness. And for some of you, P.S. Aquarius might be your Neptune placement. That's an offshoot, but FYI, just in case. But yeah, we got the rose-colored glasses, new perspective, so that means they're off. All right. Yes, you do have the strength to choose, and you have the strength to choose for yourself, not in this person's interest or what they perceive their best interest to be. We have MLNI. We have the medallions of Sagittarius and Scorpio. You might have some very strong Sagittarius or Scorpio in your chart. Could be connecting to, or the season might be important to you. We have the Ten of Pentacles, Tree of Life. Oh, I know. Your way of life, your tree of life is very important to you. I have no doubt that you have very deeply established roots, or you are invested in creating more of them or deepening them. I'm guessing you're the generator of most of that activity. Pegasus in the upright, good. You understand that you have wings, therefore you get to choose to fly. You get to make different choices. All right, good. But the thing is, you know it. Aquarius, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini, please. Ace of Wands, Justice, Three of Wands. Oh, okay. The Lovers, you. Page of Cups, King of Swords. Well, all right. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. All is right with the world. Two of Cups. This is great. This is fantastic. This is what everybody wants. Well, everybody, but you know what I mean. This is what a lot of people want to see when they tune into tarot. So I'm happy to give this to you. I hope that this is your reading. I hope it resonates, because I like I said, a lot of people tune in wanting to see this stuff. But I report what is here, not what isn't. Yeah. And okay, Eight of Wands, Justice, Three of Wands. Kind of like this was a long time coming. So I don't know who's generating that communication. It's either coming from you or it's going towards you. I honestly don't know. But you'll know soon enough for yourself. But the overall feeling here, the vibe, is that, yeah, this was coming. This communication was going to happen. At some point, I was going to lean into it, or I knew it was going to arrive. I knew I was going to deliver it or put it out there, or I knew it was coming towards me. I feel it. It's a sense of justice. It's right on time. It's being delivered just so. It's correct. Okay. The Lovers, you're not alone. That's your power card, yes indeed. And I often read it as you when it shows up in your readings. Not today. Nay, nay. The Lovers, Page of Cups, King of Swords. Oh no, you talking. you talking to your strong connection. And it starts out with a shy little thing, and I'm not surprised with the Page of Cups. But it has your full attention. I see what it does for you mentally, which is good. When you have a strong connection, whatever it is, a soul bond, a love, or whatever, I'm always more reassured when Gemini is personally mentally stimulated. That's all. That's all. And you're saying this has my full attention, and it does. King of Swords focuses on it. There's a little bit of heart space there. Like I said, it's coming across as almost shy. But yeah, it's according to you, it's been a while. But it was coming one day. I'm not saying you were waiting. With Justice, it felt right that in some way, over time, across time, something here regarding communication would balance out between you and somebody significant. Okay. And then Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Well, that's just like peas and carrots. That's that old expression, peas and carrots. You two mix and mingle within the environment quite well, actually. I like it. You find space for each other in the 3D, in your environment. Ten of Pentacles, you're both attached to it or part of it in some way. That tells me you live in close proximity. But yeah, you two also have a lot of core values in common. You both work really hard. You both have common cause for time, energy, effort, and resources well spent within a larger context. That is, of course, your community, resources, networks, etc. You both build into it regularly, maintain it. Two of Cups, but now you two can kind of join each other in those mutual spaces. And Two of Cups, your heart space line up quite nicely, actually. It's very tidy. I love it. It also tells me whatever this is harmonizes and then stabilizes sooner rather than later. And we can continue to invest in this at our own particular pace, whatever's right between you and this person. Okay? Oh, that's very nice. It's so tidy. I love it. I love a tidy read. I don't get those too often, as you might imagine. Eight of Wands. Justice. Three of Wands. What's up? Now, you're making it look easy and very matter of fact, but I know that there's a whole backstory here. Okay, and these words had to travel time and space before they caught up to your two's situation. So where they're coming from, you or you're the recipient, it's irrelevant to me. It's just kind of jumping me into the timeline. That's all. But I'm happy. I'm happy that over this space and time you feel correct, you know? We feel correct in speaking or we feel correct in receiving these words. All right? Either way, it's all good. Three of Pentacles, yeah. Eight of Cups, Queen of Swords. It's acknowledged. They acknowledge it. You acknowledge it. Everybody acknowledges it. This is someone whom I guess you could say we were friends with. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Someone had to walk. Okay. There was an emotional detachment. And frankly, someone wasn't available for something more beyond friendship. And that's being acknowledged as fact. Queen of Swords. So this is known. This is known history between you two. You're both familiar with the subject. It doesn't surprise you and it doesn't surprise them. But we're acknowledging it. It's being acknowledged by both people. But yeah. Yeah, it doesn't tell me too much. Except this is the person we're talking to. Yeah. So now we know, but it seems to me you would already know. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Queen of Swords is acknowledged. I honestly still don't know who the words are coming from. It could be you, by all rights, the King and Queen of Swords, in and of your own right. That could be you putting those words out there. You could be receiving them. I don't know. But it's fair. All I know is that these words are fair, whatever they represent. So while they start small and unassuming, the conversation or meeting kind of takes a turn to a softer place. Okay. The Lovers, Page of Cups, King of Swords, the Chariot, the Fool, Knight of Wands. Like I said, what starts out as a very simple, unassuming, I hope I'm not pissing you off with this, whatever it is, communication. And it doesn't. There's no anger. There's no reprisal. It takes a turn very simply, very effectively into its truer form. This is how you two last saw each other or recognized each other, as a sort of alliance or friendship. Okay. And I'm sure it was a valid friendship at its core, yes. But someone here distinctly walked, or someone here was distinctly unavailable, or was a combination of the two. And then it turns, very simply, like on a dime. And this is what energy does. Okay, here's what it looks like in reality. Here's what's happening when you can't see it. Okay? And this is what really confuses people about tarot, but these are the inner workings. All right? And the 3D will better reflect this if you two choose to continue to connect. But it comes rushing in. And it's soft, but beautiful, quite elegant. But yeah, it's a bit of a rush. The Chariot, the Fool, Knight of Wands. Oh yeah, that's a big old rush. It's an emotional rush. It's a head rush. It's a spiritual rush. But yeah, there's a lot being packed into a Page of Cups. Yeah, there's some softness there, and sweetness and consideration, and this has your full focus. You're being very attentive. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? The 3D versus the kind of spiritual internal self. Like I said, it takes a turn, like on a dime, like that. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it is a rush. I'm not saying things are moving fast. I said there's a rush there when the truer connectivity starts to show up. Okay? 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. And then it starts to show up in the 3D, which is lovely. Ace of Wands, the Emperor, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, steady, very steady. You feel very good about building into this, or putting this back into the fold. You are familiar with it. Oh yeah, yeah. This is going to be right before Aries season. Yeah, we're right on time. Ace of Wands, the Emperor, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so again, it's kind of like a steady build project between you and this person. Specifically finding space for each other, time, energy, effort to build into this, but both people need to be into it. 2 of Cups. It needs to be fair. So it's like you're showing me, yes, I'm excited. I think many of you are on point here with the Emperor energy, wanting to proceed, show the initiative. Okay, it feels good. But also steady. It's not stagnation. You're saying this is a workable concept. It needs time. And that's what I said right here. 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. It's a choice to include each other in that known environment, to find space, to invest. All right? And 2 of Cups. You both feel good about it. Take each other back into the folds. Find the space, find the time. I'm not necessarily saying taking it slow. I'm saying finding a rhythm that works for you both. But I tell you what, you two make it look easy. See, look at that. A little awkward there at first. Here's its true form. If you continue to connect to this and it feels good, it starts to show up stronger in reality. It's exactly with the words out of my mouth. All right? And the more you contribute, the more this has a chance to glow. All right? I like it, but I like how you two are treating this as a workable construct that you can both give to in a steady way. Trying to get reacquainted with the growth, stabilize it. I don't think either one of you is interested in stagnation, no. Winter, whatever represents winter to you. So for those of you in the northern hemisphere, obviously we're in the time of winter. Okay? But yes, and for those of you who are in the southern hemisphere, your winter. All right? Hot. Yes, I know. I see that. Yeah. This is also prior to once more Aries season. Yep. Right to some of you, FYI, Gemini might be your Mars placement. Aries might be your Mars as well. Oh, yeah. We had some dark nights of the soul around this one. Whatever this strong connection is at some point in your timeline, it represented a very strong reaction. Soul searching, looking at our shadows, understanding our challenges, our weaknesses, our strengths, and all that good stuff. I understand. You two are jumping into it, though, pretty easily, pretty darn well. And the hidden emotions. Dark night of the soul. At some point, somebody here said that they were distinctly unavailable, but after perhaps some deep soul searching, it's understood that no, it's not that we were absent, we just had deeply hidden emotions. And that can also constitute an Ace of Cups. It's not that we were unavailable, it's just they were so far down, deep down inside of us, we didn't have a fucking clue, right? But it can surface as emotional, being emotionally unavailable, because technically it's true. If we are suppressing emotions to the point we're convinced that they're not there, yeah, we're still going to come across as an Eight of Cups. It still deals out the same way. All right. Q, K, Z, L. Everybody's getting the Leo medallion, so you might have some very strong Leo in your chart. Could be connecting to the season, might be important to you. Eyes wide open, right over here. Yes, I see you gazing at them very fondly, too. It's like you love this. You love what you're feeling right here. And how you can kind of feel it for yourself energetically, how this whole thing's turning on a dime into its more truer state. And you love it. Your eyes are wide open. You're very present. Okay, and then we have the key. Yes, always remember you have the key to any given situation. You can lock and unlock doors at your choosing so long as you understand you have the key. Gemini, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Libra, please. Okay, Three of Wands, Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles, the Empress, the Fool, the Hermit. Oh, good for you. Good. Four of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and Justice. You, darling. Doesn't that feel so much better now that you're making different choices? And you will be making different choices here soon. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, but this Libra's so done with waiting and holding on. You know what? The first song I heard, actually, this is the first song I'm hearing today, is All By Myself. I don't remember who sang it, but it's like the opening was just so blunt. All by myself, I don't want to be. Oh. So it's like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of waiting, then stop waiting. I don't know what you're holding on to, honey, but let it go. I mean, that's my advice. And it looks like we've had a lot of time to think about this, and I very rarely tell people to let it go, but you're ready. This Libra's ready. You really don't need any more confirmation. You tell yourself when you're done holding on with something, right? Tarot Lady can only say so much, but I'm looking at the cards. You're telling me you're done holding on and waiting. So I'm just telling it back to you. I'm not telling you what to do verbatim. It's there. Three of Wands, Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles. I think you've waited long enough. I think you've held on to whatever it is you're holding on to long enough. Give yourself permission. And you do. The Empress, the Fool, the Hermit. You seriously contemplate that. Beautifully, I might add. These are all majors, so I know the time is right. Time is coming. It's been coming. You're ready for a new beginning, but the way you look at it is so gentle and kind, and it's actually productive. You see the good in it. You see your future path kind of unwind before you in such a lovely, beautiful way, and it really does come from a space of self-worth. You already have ideas and designs about what you want to see for yourself in future, and you're smiling. It's such a gentle smile, because in many ways, you know that you're more ready than not, that you have never felt more like you right here, and that you have such a path before you that has yet to be walked. It's right here. Fiat, whatever that is, I'll say that that's done. Okay? This is what you have to look forward to, and it's beautiful. No, that's not all. Four of Wands, relationship, as defined by two people. At some point, yeah, you start defining it, or you're interested in defining one that's right for you. Justice, one that you can actually have in reality, that you can be part of, participate in, develop direct roots in, actively contribute and invest in. You're saying, that's what I want. Something I can have, not something I'm pining for. Right? holding on to, holding out for, however you want to do it. We got a lot of fancy language, expression, words around this idea of waiting. We all try to dress it up, but the fact of the matter is we strip it down, it's waiting. Okay? And I never advise waiting unless you have damn good reason to. I mean solid reasons. Never volunteer and never ask someone. Either are inappropriate. You volunteer, you almost always end up wasting your time. You ask someone, you're asking them to waste their time. So that's, just don't. Guys, it's a cardinal rule. Now don't get me wrong, goals that are real, like say, most bachelor's degrees take 4 years. That's not waiting, that's active participation. But it takes measurable time, right, around 4 years, roughly speaking, on average, to complete it. That's a real tangible goal. So that's not waiting, that's exercising the goal step by step. It just takes time to create it, right? That's not waiting. That's still active participation, waiting. There's nothing to do. There's really nothing to do. Stagnation. King of Wands, Two of Swords. Uncertainty and stagnation for a long time. At some point you began to question if I can continue to maintain this energy. And the answer was no. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but you personally didn't want to or continue to. It's like you're looking around. It's like, ain't shit changed. I've been waiting, holding out hope. You showed me hope twice in various forms. So whatever that means to you. It's like, for what? Nothing's changed. It is same shit, different day over here. Yeah, so I'm glad we're done. I'm not interested in this anymore, neither are you. Let's move on. The Empress, the Fool. This, it's, you're showing me the process that has led you up into present day. Obviously, we're not capturing all this in 2 weeks. This is something that you've been reflecting on. Yeah, but you're looking around. Ain't shit changed. That's right. The Empress, the Fool. The Hermit. Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords. There it is. There's that strong decision. There it is. There you go. That's you, honey. Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. I have a truth. Yeah, you do. What's your truth? I want peace, love, and harmony. Ten of Cups. I want to expand my inner circle. I want to be part of something more. And you're saying active, active, active. I want something active. To be in it now, to participate in it now, not yesterday, not waiting around for this thing to improve or expand. I want this now. I want to engage in this now, and it might take time, but it's like, so long as I'm participating, so long as I'm walking that path, I'll be fine. So long as I know I'm walking that path, I'll be fine. I'll open up to new. I will. I want to expand. I want to feel more. I want to be part of more. I want emotional longevity, right? Connections that go far to the future. Have family, friends, and then expanding beyond that. The Empress, I want to feel treasured. I want to feel safe, but I also want to feel productive on my path. I want more for me. Yeah. So you're opening to new, and you've made a conscious decision here. So once more, once you've elected to wait, your choices are very limited. Because everything is conditional upon you waiting for whatever this is to arrive. Still don't know what the fuck it is. But you said one day things will improve. They didn't. Or they remain stagnant. Okay? And over here, this is conscious decision making. I am participating. It's like I'm saying, this is your equivalent of earning, like, say, your 4-year degree. Okay? It will take time, but I will be active in it. I will be active. Okay? Alrighty. I like how you're showing me you're doubling down on your goals. Well, you defined them. First you had to define them. And now that you've defined them, you're going to go after them step by step, day by day. And it makes you feel more empowered every day, and I love that. I love it. But anything beats feeling passive, choiceless, and waiting. Four of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Justice, you. Alrighty. I know what you want to be part of, something that you can build into, and it feels correct, it feels balanced. It's something you can be proud of, that you say is yours. A relationship that you say is yours. Oh, Ten of Pentacles. Within the context of a foundation, stable too. Two of Wands. Oh, you're on your way. You're on your way, darling. How did you do that? How did you flip that switch? It's beautiful. From ain't shit going on and I damn well know it to, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to do the opposite now. And that's what I preach to people all the time. You're not happy with where you've been, do the opposite of it. I swear it's so simple. But we like to complicate things, humans. Delay, come up with excuses, self-sabotage. But we won't change until we change. That's it. That's it. People want new, you got to make space for it. Be willing to do something different. See yourself differently, see your environment differently, make different choices. You know, you won't become a newer person, you will become a more idealized person, however. Who you really are. I saw it right here. More empowered, a little more every day. You choose this goal, and then there it is. It starts showing up in reality. Congratulations. To answer your question, yes, it's a little bit of both. It is a little bit of softening relationship energy within the context of a known environment. It actually has the ability to flourish sooner rather than later. So if you wanted something that was equal, but also something that you can put your namesake into, you honestly stand by it as Libra and say, I contributed this is mine, I built it, I helped build this. I'm half of a whole here. That's what you want. That's what you very much want. It flourishes quite well. It's marked with prospects of stability. Oh, yes. Flourishing. I want to use the word flourishing. I'm just glad you stopped waiting. I really am. This is one of those kind of more open-ended readings. If I could give you a blueprint, right? If I could give you instructions like you get with your IKEA furniture, I would. But this is tarot. You got to live life. You've got to make these decisions, and only you know what that plan looks like, right? I just see that when you start acting that plan here in the next couple of weeks, what's out there for you in future. Celebration, gifts, abundance, big success. Some of you are a big success. You've been gifted with that sense of abundance, Everything you touch seems to flourish. So even if you don't identify personally as being rich, the point is where you are, you tend to make things happen. You've been gifted that. You make things happen. You are a success. You have a lot to bring to the table in and of your own right. And then whoever joins you in the future, same. They have that same ability, it seems. Okay. Very strong. Apology, forgiveness. Is that what you're waiting for? You think that doesn't happen? If you resonate with that, you would know. I know, I just saw self-worth. You would know. There's some people like, I refuse to make any different decisions until I get an apology. How long have you been waiting? 23? 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. I'm talking years. Yeah. I get those comments on the daily for people who watch tarot but seem to be none the wiser for it. I can't do anything different. I can't move forward. I won't do it until I get my apology. Hope you ain't holding your breath. Some of you might identify with that. In which case, I'm sorry. But we have to understand, I used to say this all the time, but I guess people just didn't get it, so I stopped saying it. But when we elect to wait like this, wait for change, inspiration. We're really waiting on ourselves. And when people say, I'm waiting on an apology, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? Everything begins with the self. You're not waiting on an apology from an external source. You're waiting on an apology from you. Libra, I'm sorry. Libra, I'm so sorry. I told us to sit here and wait and act like we were happy with it. I'm so sorry. That's what the real apology comes from. When we choose to wait, we end up more often than not having to apologize to ourselves. I'm sorry I told myself to sit here and wait. Sit on my hands and be happy about it. Let's stop doing that. We have the one letter, one, in the majority of medallions, V. Okay, we have the medallion of Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, Pisces, Virgo, and Sag. That's lots. You might have a very diverse chart. Yeah, you could have all these placements in your chart. Could be connecting to. The seasons might be important to you. Obviously, we are in Pisces. We're about to enter Aries season very soon. Please make the most use of it, please. Coffee bean. We have the coffee bean here. Yeah, some of you naturally high energy. You love your coffee. It could represent something meaningful to you. I don't quite know. But specifically, it was in the reverse. So that could explain your opening, perhaps a lack of energy at the time or a lack of awareness about your personal energy and what it was doing. Okay. All right, Libra, honey, I do hope this helped you. It's a lot, but do keep in mind, this is the active part of your 2 weeks where you're making conscious decisions for your future path. And as you make those decisions, you become more empowered later. I see you building into something quite successfully, I might add. And it's good because it seems to be a lot like you. All right. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Taurus, please. The moon, the world, and death. Oh my. Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. That's what she said. I mean, we're not doing intimate tarot, but you know, it fits. Also what she said. Trying to incorporate some humor. Hopefully it works. To be clear, that's either you or it's not you. There's no middle ground on that. Okay. The Empress, Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Oh, good. Oh, you. So I say, how are you? How are you taking that? Taurus, honey, how are you taking that? Pretty good, actually. Yeah. We're only missing one ace here. Yeah, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. That's all right. You'll get that figured out in time. That opening is pretty freaking hard, and it seems to be happening here in Pisces season. So once more in confirmation, it's either yours or it's not. If you're confused, it's not yours. For more information about how tarot readings resonate or don't, description box. Okay. Yeah, the world and death. Something here is wrapping up absolutely right here, right now. There's no confusing it. It took a while. Like a while for this thing to transform. So that tells me we tried to keep the door open on this for as long as possible. But we accept now it's closing. We're not resisting the closing anymore. You had your reasons. Maybe you'll show me, maybe you won't. Maybe you just want to move on with your life, which is what I'm saying kind of here. More softly expressed than what I'm saying. Yeah, this is Sassy Scorpion Tarot. This is not super chill Scorpion Tarot. That's an oxymoron. But yeah, no, it's, the moon, the world, yeah, no. It took a while. It took a while, but you're there now. You see the finality of this thing. We're not fighting it. On the contrary, you're learning to see it as a good thing. That must be a total 180 for you, for the Taurus I'm looking at. And the Empress, Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, your master symbols here, your coin, your ace of, whatever that means to you. It can contain everything. It can contain one element. It's up to you. But your life is your own again. The Empress, Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Somebody had a very similar reading. I apologize, I don't remember who. Just check your placements. At this point, it was either one of the fire signs or one of the air signs. But they had the luxury of, I say luxury, but they had the space, that much blessed space, I want to say it was Aries, to look at themselves comprehensively and really take the time to examine where you want to next be, how to best invest in yourself, your own sense of empowerment, and what makes you you. But your life is your own now. I really want you to maximize that. You have the space. Take it. You know? You know it's in your best interest. For you, your own sense of self, personhood, wherever you want to take yourself, it's up to you. But see it as an opportunity, not a tragic ending, right? And I don't think you are. You've already had time to think of things that way. I can't allow this to happen. I can't allow this to happen to. It's happening. I accept it. It's done. This is my time now. And it's not done in a selfish way. It's actually quite lovely. It's beautiful. It's introspective. And it's thoughtful. The way empowerment should be of the self, concerning the self. When we act in our own best interests and we treat ourselves accordingly, we tend to produce our best results. So you will always be your best investment. And you see yourself you see yourself that way now more than ever. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. This, in time, you're not absolutely decided. But I do know this, you'll be making up your mind sooner rather than later. This, you're seeing your life as your own again. You can take it any direction you want. Okay? You're a free agent. Give this a lot of good thought. I see this as your life path overall, comprehensively. It's yours. It's yours. To do with as you wish. This is a little bit more on the personal side of things than Ace of Cups. Would you like to explore love again, or new love? You're saying you don't absolutely know, but that you trust you will know in time. The Ace of Swords will always override any sort of bullshit confusion. Two of Swords. Shut up. No, I'm sorry. I have a... Because you're fixed earth, you like to be more decided than you are undecided. You might take a little bit longer to get there. All right, fair. But the fact of the matter is you like things to be decided or squared away. So I know that you don't like to hang out with the Two of Swords either. Eventually, Taurus will have the answer to this. But like I said, a Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, that's a happy day for me. I might be confused on the subject, but I'll know. And I trust that I will know. And you're right. Trust that you will know. Ace of Cups for you personally. Will you love again? Will you be able to love again? Will you allow yourself to fall in love again? So that kind of tells me where you were coming from. Oh, yeah, I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you, honey. That answer, you'll have that absolutely in your own time, in your own way. All right? But you will have an answer. All right. The moon, the world, death. I see these cards and I feel the enormity of them sometimes, and that was like, okay. Yeah, all right, here we go. Okay. Everybody and their mother's showing me the moon. Mm-hmm. 'Tis literally the season. And the confrontation of our shadowy selves. Oh, we're all in alignment for that. Mm-hmm. I am sorry. The Tower. Knight of Pentacles. I know. You thought you would keep this door forever, that you could always make it work. I know. And that's why I said earlier, I was under that impression that you're a 180 from where you were. At some point, you did your absolute damnedest to keep that door open. Make it a functioning door. Just keep it open. Keep it propped open. Whatever the hell I got to do. Keep. If you could, you would have taken that door off the hinges. That way it would never close. And we've done a transformation, and we're no longer threatened by that door closing. In fact, you're kind of glad in your own way. But I am sorry. At some point, this became non-workable, non-negotiable, and for you, that's kind of a big deal. So even though I'm seeing the Knight of Pentacles, which is your Knight, and the Eight of Pentacles, which we classically say is work, it's whatever this Taurus says you tried to make work. Again, the Pentacle for you is a little different. It's often not just the literal, it's also the metaphor for the thing. So you doing your damnedest to make whatever this is work. That was the plan, right? That was the plan. And at some point you were presented with proof here at the Tower that your plan is no longer workable, conceivable, doable. Taurus, you're not meant to keep going down that road, Taurus. Get off the fucking road. Now, I don't know how bluntly or not you were told that, but you finally took the hint. That was a big one, too. I wonder how many hints you had. And you was stubborn. We all know that. We all know that. All signs have pros and cons. Once more, I'm not picking on you. It's like everybody's like, hey, don't lean into that. It's there for a reason. The more you understand your cons, you can understand your pros. Remember, there's two sides to everything. You can't have one without the other. And I maintain that. When you understand your cons, your weaknesses, you therefore should or ought to understand your strengths too. They literally go like this. So, there are times when your stubbornness works for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it, right? There's other times it works against you. And whatever this path was you were on previously, your stubbornness was working against you. In some way, it cost you time. Time, energy, effort, resources. Everything that was the real, tangible Taurus, it cost you a lot. But I am sorry. But I'm glad you're off the path too. Okay? The Empress, Ace of Pentacles, a Hanged Man, that's better. That's more like it. I'm glad you get to look at this carefully. Saying my life is my own. I get to invest in me again. Gotta speed it up. I would like to have taken more time with that personally, but that's all right. We must press on. Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Terry. Oh, goodness me. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're in this beautiful position where you get to move forward and seek to your own needs. And what I'm really saying by that is just think about you. What did you need to do for yourself now? And just you. Love yourself more. Invest in yourself more. Just, if there's any path that you walk down from this, it's because it benefits you first. Because it's where you want to be. It's because where you want to walk. It's where you want to go. It's where you want to find yourself. It's where you want to put your time, energy, effort. I mean, this is so cool. And for some of you, yes, in time, love. Yes, they told me to look down, and I saw it, and there it is. Okay, in time. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That sense of freedom is coming back to you. Oh, yeah. Isn't that great? So at first I know it's going to start off intimidating, but it's almost like that. This is my purpose, and my purpose has been taken from me. It looks like it hasn't been meant to be yours in a long time. There, I said it. This is coming back to you double time. That sense of destiny, my will, my road, my way. Right? I love it. You've got the freedom of the open road here. But it's path, contextual. Okay, it's path. Take your time with that. But I promise you, once you start exploring it, you're going to want more of it. It's like, oh my God, I can do this, I can do that, I can put myself anywhere. That's right, you can. And that's exciting. I'm so happy for you, honey. I'm very happy for you. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. Like I said, you'll figure that out in time. You will. All right? I know a part of you aches for connectivity. And when you're ready, you will join in that space. Sooner, later, you'll know when it's time. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man. Exactly. Give it more thought and try not to stress about it. Please try not to stress about it. It's fine. That'll happen when it's time. And that's another Hanged Man idea. This one happens sooner rather than later. You making active progress on this new path that's entirely yours, right? Entirely yours. Your world, your path, your way. And it's wonderful. The love thing. Guys, there's no point freaking out about it, okay? That's a lot of mental anxiety. I promise you, trust yourself. That truth in time. In time. Just because your emotional self is aching a little bit in the future doesn't mean you have to answer that question right away. Okay? You don't have to. Give yourself permission to suspend it. I'll get back to that later. It's okay. It's okay to not know right away. Exactly. Trust this. You will know in time. This is fears of the mind. Will I ever have love again? Do you love yourself first? Concentrate on that. And when you love yourself more and you love yourself first, that will fall into place. Love with someone else. People who love themselves first, it shows, and it's very attractive. Not because it's selfish, but because we understand that that person understands who the hell they are. And that by itself, it's just, like I said, it's a very attractive quality. Okay? All right. What is that? What is that? I know those lyrics. I do. I'm horrible with names. My honey, my baby. Don't put my love in no shelf. And she said, don't give me no lies and keep your hands to yourself. That's cute. That's cute. I have no idea. Don't put my love in no shelf. She said, don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. I'm sure there's more to it. I honestly don't. It's a jumble of lyrics. I haven't heard that one in a long time. All right. Summer is in reverse. Prior to summer. Prior to summer. Speak your truth. In reverse. Some of you haven't really talked about what happened. It's all right. Taurus has a tendency towards privacy. Let's say you're cross-watching or you don't know much about your Taurus placement. Taurus has a very strong tendency towards privacy. When they open up is when they open up is when they open up, and that's usually with a very few trusted, selected persons. So if you're keeping this to yourself, not many people know your bigger truth here. It's all right. It's part of your process. I'm going to be one of those people. I understand why signs do what they do. And Scorpio, we get such a bad reputation for being secretive. It's part of who we are. But it's honestly not too dissimilar from your process. We keep shit to ourselves until we're ready to talk about it. That's it. That's it. That's all she wrote. So, when you're ready to open up, you will. I would say around spring. Renewal, spark, spiritual awakening, and some of you are the divine masculine. Or you identify with the divine masculine. I'm not saying you have to be male. What I'm saying is that you have more of the emperor energy here. Okay? Even though you showed me the empress, the way you're leading yourself forward suggests more of the divine masculine energy. Spiritual awakening, this is that time, honey. To reinvest in you. Get your spark back. Get your spirit back. Okay? Get back on a path that's for you and just for you. And you will have the pleasure here, I would say the privilege, to understand what that is without pressure. So take advantage of it. YLNV. We have the medallions of Gemini and Pisces. Clearly we're in Pisces season. You know, these very strong placements in your chart could be connecting to the seasons might be important to you. And you have the key, to any situation. You have the key to lock and unlock doors. Yeah, it was with you the whole time. You know, you have to remember we have choices, guys. Not when things... I know it seems like we don't have choice when things are hard, but that's actually when we have the most choice. It's just the least appealing. I promise you, you had the key the whole time. Remember that from this point forward. Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. There you go. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Virgo. The Sun, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Shadow, ooh, Eight of Cups. Yeah, be careful. That's all. And I think you're doing exactly that. The World, Temperance, the Hanged Man. Yeah, not this one. Not this one. You're getting too many trigger warnings, I believe, sooner rather than later. Don't get me wrong, you're open. You are. If I were to ask you, Virgo, do you identify as someone who's happy? It's like, yeah, more often than not, I think I'm a pretty happy Virgo. Yeah. To be clear, I'm looking for love. Ace of Cups. Five of Pentacles, but you still kind of feel the sting back there, fear of abandonment. I have someone coming up for you that's going to represent those fears. Okay. It's on you to recognize it. So for those of you, you have tendencies, not totally healed wounds around abandonment issues. Guess what? That's most people. We still have some work to do there. Yeah, someone's coming up for you that's going to trigger those fears. So, I don't like the looks of it. Neither do you. Page of Pentacles, the Devil, Eight of Cups. Someone here is just straight up unavailable. However, they're expressing interest. So that's selfish. I'm not saying they have to be a devilish person. I'm just saying that's selfish. Someone who knows they're unavailable, but they're still trying to get into a situation with you where in some way you put time, energy, and effort into them. Knowing that you have a full open heart, or you're trying to express your heart for reasons of love and happiness. And they're like, no, not me personally, but I'll give you a little something to make you think that you can keep trying. So, yeah, whoever this is, they absolutely represent and press into or lean into your fear of abandonment, because the emotional abandonment is already set. Okay. Well, I should say set for failure. They're not available. But, you know, with the shadow there, a little bit more on the selfish side. So, reason to believe that they're available when they're not. Okay. The World, Temperance, the Hanged Man. Yeah, I'm glad that you cycled that out sooner rather than later. And you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead, be a bit cheeky, and thank this person. Thank you for being the motivation Virgo needed to complete their healing. There's something about this where it's like, oh, I'm still attracting the same old shit. Okay. I thought I was done. Maybe I still have more work to do. But you know what? Here's proof of how far you have come with your healing. You've come far enough along in your healing that you were able to identify this walking red flag and shut it down. Okay? Someone who had not learned about their abandonment issues yet would have continued to entertain this for I don't know how long, until they finally learned the hard way. Constant exposure to the same problem. So give yourself that credit. You shut this down. All right, but they remind you still have more to do. All right? But congratulations. You have a major victory here, even though it may not look like it. So give yourself that credit, guys. Healing only works when you recognize how you've changed. So a lot of people say, I'm healing, but it never stops. Because they're not recognizing how they have healed. So give yourself that moment. You know what, Virgo? I spotted that bullshit early on. I shut it down. I did that right. Okay. You did. You did. The Sun, Ace of Cups. Five of Pentacles. I think if tarot readers took a little bit more time to say this is what you're doing right, that gives people a point of view or a reference for their accomplishments and how far they've come. And then that kind of repeating pattern we might have had starts to go down a little bit. Okay? So I just want you to know that you did a good job. The Sun, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, Ten of Wands. It's not easy. Okay, Page of Swords. Yeah. All right. So this isn't easy for you to open up like this, but you want to. You do. You do. But you say you have a lot that you are responsible for, so this isn't something that you do every day. I understand. Yeah, I understand. That's fair. Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Swords. This is something that caught your attention. Oh, I'm sure. That has a way of catching people's attention. But Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, you're just like, sometimes you try. Sometimes you try to open up the cup, right? You're saying it's not a regular occurrence. Your foundation, your world keeps you quite busy, quite occupied. All right, I believe you. I believe you. So it's not like you're opening up all the time. It's not like you're connecting to people personally all the time. Something about this caught your attention. Good. Learn from it. What got your attention? And that will be another clue for you in future about your healing effort. Yeah? What about them got your attention? And there you have another piece of information for you to reflect on for your future healing. Okay. Page of Pentacles. The Devil. Ace of Cups. Yeah, but I see that you don't get out too often, and that's not an insult, honey. I understand that. I respect that. These foundations take work. And there's a lot of pressure on you to provide or maintain or stabilize. So yeah, I see you don't open up too often. Okay. But you are trying. Oh, Knight of Cups. Oh, sweet talking motherfucker. You know what? You know what? You know the fuck what? This is so blatant. Ugh. It is so blatant. Ugh. I say it. I don't know what the hell that is or who the hell it is. It's it from my point of view. They're not available. They represent everybody's worst nightmare and emotional unavailability. And on top of that, the lying. The lying too. Oh, I find you so attractive. Oh, here's some romance. Oh, here's some sweet talk. Sweet talking mother. Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. You can trust me. I'm legit. That's the devil talking. I'm legit, Virgo. I'm legit. You see that Ace of Pentacles? Yeah. I'm going to tempt you in with that. I look legit. I talk legit. I walk legit. Ergo. Yeah. So what you noticed about them was that cover story. Really slick, but comfortably slick, right? Not too over the top. It seemed very authentic. That's what you noticed about them. So at what point did you stop taking them seriously and you closed that out? I have a guess. My guess would be is that you saw the true proof rather than focusing on the potential, right? It's something I have to talk to Scorpio about all the time. Because of the intuitive piece, we have a very strong tendency, this is one of our cons, to lean into potential rather than looking at proof. And this person had talked a good game, but failed to deliver the proof. Is that what happened? Oh, see that devil, Eight of Cups. They wanted you to fall for the potential, though. I could make you a real deal. I could be the love of your life. Good. Good. So I don't want you to be down on yourself. I don't want you to be down on yourself for trying. No. All you're telling me is that you have done actually quite a bit of healing. And you were able to spot this bullshitter sooner rather than later. And you stopped it. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. It's a contradiction. Here's the base. Here's what happens when I clarified it. Most people wet themselves when they see something like that. Ew, look at that. And you're like, I don't see it. They can't prove it. It's more like they want me to fall for the idea of them. See? 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 Good job. Good job. There you go. Fall for somebody who's like you, hardworking and can prove it. That's not potential. That actually happens in reality for you. Right? The World, Temperance, the Hanged Man. But yes, in truth, we have a little bit more work to do. But I'm glad that you closed that out. They're going to hang out for a little bit and reflect on what you learned here. Excellent. The Moon, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah. There's something here that hasn't occurred to you yet. It's not like a secret. It's happening here in Pisces season. That's a pretty gentle realization here with the Hierophant and the Knight of Swords. What's cooking for you in the background of your kind of energetic existence? Give more acknowledgement to your higher self in terms of your values. There's more work to be done there. Okay? Around your ideas of commitment, what's good and healthy and what might work for you and perhaps what doesn't. But there is more realization in there for you. In some way, your higher self is speaking for you. Now, you relied on observation back here. You did. And I like that. I respect that. A little bit of observation, basic intelligence can go a long way. You saw the proof, or rather the lack of proof. They're trying to sell you on some potential stuff. You didn't fall for it because you know what real work is like. Very much so. You didn't see it in them, so you didn't give your heart away to them. Good job. Very good job. So out here, when you close this out and you give yourself more time to, more room and time to think and reflect on these things, understand how your higher self might be trying to speak to you. Okay? I think that might be a resting spot for some of your more unclaimed healing energies is around commitment. Let's look at that a little more closely. Okay? Okay, good job, Virgo. That's all I can tell you. Good job. I promise you, when you next venture out, this process will be easier and less frequent or less common. This kind of element that we still need to work out a little bit more around our, like I said, healing, commitment to yourself. I promise you, in future, you'll attract more like for like. But consider this a major achievement. You spotted it and you stopped giving to it immediately. Excellent. Save yourself a bunch of frustration and bullshit. Now, we got to get you in a position where you naturally notice true, like proof, working proof, like you present. You, in future, will be able to better recognize people who are actually like you. That's where you need to find yourself attracted to people who are like you. Okay? Hardworking, that want to be happy, that understand happiness is a choice, that want to be available in love, push and pull, dazed and confused. Exactly. And this speaks to something I say all the time. If it's confusing, no. Mixed signals, no. You're getting contradictions? No. That's it. That's it. You won't be pressing on the abandonment wound anymore. You won't be entering runner-chaser dynamics, push and pull shit. None of that. Okay? The thing is, these people who walk around unhealed hurt other people, and they don't see it that way. From their point of view, it's a shame nothing ever works out for them without at all recognizing the damage that they're doing to others, knowing they aren't available, but trying to sell themselves like they are. That's their thing. That's their business. They need to figure that out on their own time, not on other people's. And you being the other person, you see this sooner rather than later. You don't fuck around with it. Mixed signals mean no. Always. SKWJIT. We have the medallion of Aries. You might have some very strong Aries in your chart. Could be connecting to in the upcoming season. Might be important to you. And we have the infinity loop. I think many of you are interested in a soul bond, yes. One that's healthy. Okay. But yeah, the infinity loop. I'm sure You want your equal. So the next time you find yourself interested in somebody, check your attraction. Are they like me? Yes or no? Because here's the thing. When we are attracted, and we have abandonment issues, we're much more likely to be attracted to the opposite of ourselves. But when we're more healed, we're much more likely to look at and seriously consider people who are like us. But at first, it's going to feel a little alien, a little off. Right? Because the abandonment wound would have us do the opposite. There you go. That's all. That's all. You got to learn to be attracted to people like you. All right? And that's how you stop drawing these energies. Except more like people like you. You learn to focus on the right ones. That's all. All right, Virgo honey, I do hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn, please. Okay. What's going on? Show me Capricorn. Six of Wands. Judgment. Ace of Cups. Hey. Cool. All right. Knight of Swords. Ace of Wands. And the Nine of Wands. Ugh. Bit fussy. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. And the Two of Cups. Yeah. I was going to say... What direction are you going to go in, Capricorn? You're like, I think that's an easy call, Christina. I think you're right. I think it is an easy call. Well, I'm thinking, choice A. But you do, just to let you know, you have a choice B here. It's less appealing. Sometimes I feel like one of those game show hosts. Yeah, Six of Wands, Judgment, Ace of Cups. Oh, honey, I take that. I like the way it hits you, though. It's almost like I'm justified. I was correct. Of course you were. It's like, no, but I was right, though. Yes, you were right. Like, no, but you don't understand, Christina. I knew this was coming. I know. I know that you know. It's here. Any second now, day, minute, hour. Don't quite know. But you're like, I knew this was... I knew I'd be opening up to this. I knew this would be coming right. I know that you know. And I'm happy that you know. That's excellent. I like what you're choosing. I'm not telling you to. Like I said, you have choices. I'm just saying for the Capricorn I'm looking at, you are making choices. Knights of Swords, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands. And then there's something here I say you put off, reject, say, I don't want to deal with it. No, it's boring. I don't want to talk. No, I don't want to give my attention to that. So I see you trying to minimize your attention to a particular area that requires communication, action. The way you're like, meh. Yeah, it's a Nine of Wands. It's like, I don't want to do with it right now. I want that. Fuck that. It's boring. I don't like it. Blech. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups, because I'm enjoying this. And you are enjoying your new opportunity. You're not alone in that endeavor. But yeah. And I see you trying to navigate both things. But I have to tell you, anything that represents a busyness or fussiness, it's time consuming. And you want to spend more time with this. I don't blame you. But eventually you get back to it. You can only put it off so long, right? Okay. The Six of Wands, Judgment, Ace of Cups. I like your victory lap there. Yeah, you were right. It was a matter of time before I'd have a cup. Like a real cup. I was right. I know you're right. I know you're right. It feels good. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for being a little cheeky. You know? Oh, honey. You're going to go full on PDA. Wait, what did I say? Public display of affection, PDA. Yeah. Holding hands is like, see? I love it. In other words, you want to be recognized with whatever it is, or rather whoever it is your heart's responding to. So, okay. Six of Wands, Judgment, Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands, the Sun. See, this is what you want right there. Is your short-term happiness, your long-term happiness. Bye. Capricorn's gone, man. You are blissed out. You are blissed out of your little Capricorn mind. Look at you. So there's two sets of communication, the one that you want and the one that you don't. So this represents a sort of busyness, formality, shit that needs to get done. I don't know what, but you're like, no, not right now. And I don't blame you. You're enjoying yourself. So right now you're quite high. Whoo! You are high. You're way up there. I love it though. You look great and you deserve it. I'm happy for you. You know, I can kind of roughly track a little bit of collectives and what I see for you guys, and I'm just happy for you. I'm happy that you're happy and you're over the moon. So again, that's the communication you want. It's very personal. It's intimate. Something here's unfolding. Like I said, short term, yay, happiness. Long term, the star. This is one of the many things that you wanted, but one that was personal. That's happening now. I'm happy for you. Now let's get to that. You're like, no, let's just stay right there. No, I hear you. That's the idea. You want to stay right there. Okay, but something here is also asking your attention. All right. Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. It looks fussy. Communications required. You're a little agitated with it. Like, why are you bothering me with this? Can't you see I'm in love? You know? I know, it's so inconvenient, honey. Life is so inconvenient when you're in love, I tell you. Right? You know. Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands. Page of Cups, Ten of... It's that. It's so stressful. Yeah, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. It is not the lovey-dovey feeling. It's not the yummy, yummy marshmallow candy, joy, happiness that I'm seeing over here for you. This is reality. It sucks. It weighs down. It's pressure. It's stress. And like, Capricorn, deal with me. Capricorn, deal with me. You're like, no, I don't want to deal with you. What you do with that, I don't know. Personally, I believe you put it off or put it aside for a minute so you can concentrate on this more. But eventually, just please know the more you push it off, that kind of doubles up the pressure. I know you know that. But it's a choice. It's a choice. So, you know, get back to that. Try not to let it build up too much. But, yeah, whatever that is, it looks very stressful and it's not going anywhere. And you know that. I know. Here you are on cloud 9. And this is like, hey, reality's talking, Capricorn. Deal with his shit. You're kind of like as a sulky kid, you went, no, I want it. Stupid. I don't get to see you like this too often. So yeah, excuse me, I'm having fun. I'm having fun because I can visually see it. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and there you go. You get back to it, and then I see you trying to incorporate whatever this is. Clearly, it's leveling up quite well or nicely, and you can take it seriously. Ace of Pentacles. But yeah, we got to give back to this as well. So you're making space. You're making space for this new love energy. Clearly you're over the moon, well, over the stars, over the sun about it. But you got the pre-existing stuff too that needs your attention. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Yeah, everybody's showing me the moon. Yeah, you need strength for both. It's like I wasn't expecting all this, but it's here now. I have absolutely zero interest in letting it go. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Everybody's showing me the moon. We are currently in Pisces season. We're dealing with our kind of more difficult emotions. So I know that this represents an ongoing stress that's not going anywhere anytime soon. I think that's why you feel free to shove it off for a bit. It's like, fuck it, if it increases pressure, so what? That's going to make much... It's just more pressure. Everything has its limits. So don't let it get built up too much, yeah? And the moon, strength in the lovers. Oh, yeah. No, it's like, you really weren't expecting all this, were you? That's wonderful. That makes me happy. That makes me happy for you. That tells me this is arriving in your life right on time. Right on time. You weren't expecting it. You weren't planning for it. You've probably been on lots of dates. But this one just seemed to fall from outer space into your lap. I mean, that never happens. You know, it's nice though. I'm happy to see that for you. I really am. But yeah, oh yeah. You're showing me a lot of strength here for the lovers and make everything work. But I have to tell you that that relationship is receiving your best attention, so. But yeah, we got to maintain that as well, unfortunately. I'm just assuming it's a bunch of busy bullshit related to work, or I don't know what. You know how it is when you get in that new relationship energy, and then like your friends or your family is like, well, you can't ignore us. I'm glad that your new relationship, but you can't just ignore everybody. And Capricorn be like, you want to bet on that? Oh, yes. For some of you, specifically Capricorn is your north node. And even if it's not, you are abiding by your north node, your cosmic purpose, rising to the occasion. I see you full on choosing this at the highest level. You weren't seeking it. You weren't planning for it. You weren't trying to control for it. No, whatever this is, I'm glad that you recognize it as part of your pathway purpose, and you're choosing it. You're doing all the right things. You're choosing it. All right. Seeds, spring. And some of you, yeah. Seeds of spring. So, depending on where you are, some of you are already in spring. It just kind of depends on where you are. But it's the seeds of spring, planting something now. It's not necessarily indicative to the timeline. It's planting something now that grows into fruition later. I told you, you start taking it more seriously. It shows up stronger in reality as a formed construct. Yeah. Oh yeah. This gives us a lot of strength. We just didn't know it was going to show up when it did. But you're making good decisions there. Okay, we have J, P, Q, C, and then, yeah, once more here in Pisces season. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. You want some very strong Pisces in your chart, by the way. That would make a lot of sense here. Could be connecting to, yes, but the season, clearly, now. All right, Capricorn, honey, I hope this helped you. Congratulations. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Scorpio, please. Okay, we got a twofer. Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Four of Swords. Okay, cool. Page of Cups, Page of Wands, and the King of Cups. You. All right. The Fool, Eight of Wands. The Magician. Oh, yes. Yeah, this was going somewhere, all right. Page of Coins, Six of Wands, Four of Swords. You're like, you know what? I've been investing in my own rest these days, Christina, and I feel really good about that. It was a good call. It was a good decision. So glad I did it. Good. I'm glad you did. Four of Swords doesn't tell me too much other than that you've taken some time to yourself for some much needed reflection, insight, introspection, all that good stuff. It's good. It's quiet. It's polite. It tends to be just for the self, by the self. So like I said, just some basic low-level healing where it's just enough. And Page of Pentacles, it's like, I'm glad I did that. Good. Gave you some rest, a little bit of R&R, something to think about. Cool. Page of Cups, Page of Wands, King of Cups. You look great. You got a couple of pages there, and there you are, King of Cups. That is our court card. You're showing me I'm open. It's in small, manageable ways. We'll see. We'll see what you're open to. Because something is coming through. The Fool, Eight of Wands, the Magician. Oh. Okay. Well, it looks like we want to participate. I know you're ready with the Fool. I believe you're ready to either generate that communication or be a recipient to it. But in some way, someone's been wanting this. So it's either you, okay, and that manifestation's coming through via communication, or you're on the receiving end, and whoever's putting this communication to you has been wanting to do this. So I don't quite know. Let's take a look. Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Four of Swords. But I like how you went through a resting period. That's wonderful. This might be one of the Scorpio kind of classic retreat periods, or just very quiet. And many would say it's withdrawn, but that's coming from an unknown or unlearned point of view. We do this from time to time where it just seems we disappear, but usually for the Scorpio, it's a calm, quiet period of reflection and just being mindful of ourselves and our own respective energies. But it did you good. You look rested. Two of Cups, King of Wands, the World. So you were busy here, but it was a quiet busy. You were reflecting on something that ended. It seems to be a comfortable reference for you. I'm not seeing like fresh tears or anything like that. No, and if you were crying or anything like that, it didn't have a very lingering effect. I see you looking at something that's old, that's cycled out. It's been cycled out, and you seem to be at peace with it. So that tells me a lot of time has probably already passed between that cycle and where you clearly love somebody, you had passion for them, you had emotional interest in them, and at some point it cycled out. You're familiar with the subject. You reflected on it recently and you found that you were at peace with the subject. You were okay. In fact, you're showing me that you feel refreshed looking at it. You can see where the good in that was. For whatever that is having existed, and then for whatever that was having closed out, you can see the good in it. You learned from it, in other words, and healed from it. But I just know that at some point you were crazy about this person. You had a lot of passion for them, and I know that you love them in some way. But you've taken some time to recently reflect on that. And I like how at peace you are with the whole thing. You really are. Maybe that's why you're showing me, yeah, I can be open. You did a systems check and found out that you were okay. Page of Cups, Page of Wands, and the King of Cups. Life goes on, right? I like that. I'm proud of you because you didn't... I mean, you might still show me the Five of Cups, but you didn't. You focused on what was good about it. And you also focused on why it was good to let it go. That's progress. That's a lot of progress. Page of Cups, Page of Wands, King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Oh, there it is. Oh, boom. Oh, so it is running both ways. Good. Okay. All right. It seems to be coming towards you. It is what it is. As it resonates, it might still be coming from you. But no, I don't see you prompting it. I see you on the receiving end. But the thing is, you're relaxed. You could say you're in a good mood. I can honestly say you look pleasant. You honestly look pleasant. Just soft. I would even say supple. Like, excuse me? Never mind my suppleness. But it is. You look comfortable. It's just open. You're not turning anything away. You're not declining anything. No, you're just at peace. You seem to be at peace. So, this person's catching you on a good day. No, I'm kidding. It's more than a good day. It's more than a good day. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Eight of Wands. Oh yeah, someone's here showing some real enthusiasm, talking to you. They see it as a good investment. This might be an earth-fire combo. It's pretty steady, but also naturally enthusiastic and warm, and I would say pleasant. Eight of Wands, that communication's coming in soon. Less than a week, I believe. No more than, right? Next 2 weeks. So I like it. The presentation looks good. I like it. It feels firm but confident at the same time. All right. The Fool. Eight of Wands, the Magician. It's at your disposal to return the communication. Yeah. So, the Magician. Either you've been wanting this or something like it, or this person's been wanting to talk to you for a minute. Okay. Let's say that the Fool, Ace of Wands. The Magician. Sorry. It's just I'm sorry. I still have reactions for. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. It is what it is. Like I said. I'm sorry. I still have reactions because I'm a real person, and sometimes, as long as I've been doing this, and I promise you, I was practicing tarot before a long time before I ever got onto YouTube. Collective and private one-to-one are completely different energetic distributions. But as long as I've been doing this, honey, there's still moments where just the bluntness of tarot can be like, it hits my funny bone. And maybe if you practice long enough, you will know what I'm talking about. It's just the way by the way, there's times when in real talk, sometimes I get bored because I see a lot of repeating stuff, as you might imagine. They're collective readings. Yeah, there's a lot of similar themes. There's every now and again where something is just so blunt, so straight, it hits my damn funny bone, and then it vibrates, and it's like, huh? See? It's not always so predictable. No, it's not. Okay, so I do see you returning communication. The both of you were manifesting this. I like how they pointed it out. It was the both of you, actually. So Spirit has their fun too. I promise you, it's not me. And oh yeah, I'm a laugher, by the way, which is a good thing. I understand that laughter sometimes upsets people. It's like I'm not taking it seriously. I'm a real person. I promise you, I just had a real reaction. That's why. And I flipped it off, not really in spirit to the reading or what I saw there, but just kind of like my way of talking back to the energy or the universe or however you want to put it. Anyway, you two are manifesting talking to each other. It's just, the thing is, they broke the ice first. And I have to tell you, there's not much ice here. There really isn't. I'm impressed with that. Legitimately, I'm impressed by that. Okay, kudos, respect. There really isn't much ice here. But yeah, it looks like they approached you. And like I said, they got you on a good day. It's great. But yeah, you two have been wanting to talk to each other. Let's be real. So it's at this point you are that Scorpio or you're not. You can drop it in the comments. Okay? You're either that Scorpio, you know you've been manifesting this, an opportunity to talk to them, or you haven't been, but Scorpio, I'm looking at you, you have been. So let's be real. And that person too. It really does take two. The Lovers, two. 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, and I know that's not the most thrilling, but it does show me equally right down the line. You two have been holding on to this in your own respective ways for your own respective reasons, but they're very similar in nature. You both have residual holdovers from the past, and that's normal. It was a strong connection. Strong connections can produce those strong results, and if we don't know that, we should. Otherwise, we shouldn't be fucking around with the Lovers. Yeah? But yeah, it is a choice for you to open up to this. Specifically, it seems talk to them or confide in them in some way. Something here about the Fool having to open up. Now, to be clear, you've been manifesting this conversation with them, this communication, but you're kind of showing me a little bit of risk and opening up to this person in a deeper way. I don't quite know. Revealing something, maybe? I don't know. But overall, it represents a bigger opportunity here for you two to address the old aches and pains and owies of the past that you're both still tied to. But here's the thing. This is what I like right here. This is a big clue about who you two are. You're someone who is well positioned for this. You're good. Your energy's good. You're open to whatever life brings you. This person, same. So these two people can talk about these things. You've both been wanting to, so make the most use of it. I love that. That's great. Make the most. What happens after that? Do you two kiss and make up? I don't know. That's another reading. Let's just handle the next couple weeks. What starts out, I'm sure, as pleasant, glad tidings. Oh, how are you? Oh, how are you? No, it's good for me. And you both mean it. You know, like, oh, it's good to hear from you. You both mean it. Okay, there's no lie in there. There you go. It could be the very one that you were contemplating not too long ago and how you're at peace with the subject. And who knows, maybe you're releasing that is what allowed them to release their own energy. I have no idea. Cause and effect in the spirit realm is not as easy to define. Not very easy to define at all. Okay. Maybe because you're at peace with it in some way, their spirit picked up on it. And you two made good on the manifestation. Sure. Stranger Things and all that. Counsel and therapy. See, seeking to thine own counsel and therapy, going out of your way to learn about these things. I see that. I'm not surprised whenever I see a healing card. There's a good chance I'll see counsel and therapy. This is something that you have looked at extensively. I probably listed that. I apologize. I wasn't paying attention. But you have probably looked into this very deeply for a long period of time, and that's why perhaps you're showing me a capstone on the subject. It's like I'm at peace with it, and I know it. You put a lot of good therapy, counsel, healing into this. Okay, beautiful. Well done. Nurture, compassion. TLC, loving yourself more. A little bit on the earthian side. Like I said, this person might be an earth-fire combo, but sense of nurturing and compassion, checking in on you maybe. I don't quite know. There's been distance, I understand. Distance, and in that distance, you've taken care of yourself, really emphasizing self-care, self-love. That was all part of that. But, runner. Someone here is the runner. Okay. So it looks like we both had some things to learn, you and this person. Okay. You created distance. They were a runner. Something like that. I don't know. Okay. And that was the end of the old cycle. Speak your truth. Yeah. That's the old cycle. Speak your truth. There's still a lot of conversation there. There's still a lot of truth in there. And I see it mostly being positive. Oh, karma, this is our opportunity to balance. Okay. It's a good time. Apparently it's a good time. You're in a good place. They're in a good place. And that's if you want to. Tarot lady, don't dictate shit. And neither does tarot. Not the tarot lady or tarot itself. You get to choose. If there's any question about that, description box. But you get to choose. Always. But I like how these two people are choosing. It looks very equal and very timely. KHT. We have the Medallion of Gemini. You might have some very strong Gemini in your chart. Could be connecting to, sure. Or the season might be important to you, but I'm not looking that far out. Okay. All right. We have also, and the same for Aries. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Tree of Life. I know your foundation is important to you. Your way of life, your 3D. So it's not just your personal home, career, and finances, everything you're connected to. And you two might have overlapping roots in a shared community as well. Okay. And then we have the coffee bean. Oh, you love your coffee, eh? Yeah. Do you love your coffee, Scorpio? My soul needs it. I don't need it. My soul needs it. I've actually heard a Scorpio say that once. I didn't understand it at first. I'm like, okay. I thought about that for like a solid week. And then I think it started to make sense to me. I swear to God, I can't make this shit up if I tried. All right. I don't need it. My body doesn't need it, but my spirit does. Does that make sense? At first, no, it didn't. What the fuck are you talking about? But I think I understand. Anyway, coffee. You might go out to coffee with this person, or in some way you're invested in coffee, or you're just naturally high energy. Okay. Scorpio honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, what's up? What's going on? And happy birthday. Show me. Pisces. Seven of Swords, the Tower, the Star, the Hanged Man, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Okay. Well, I don't blame you for that. King of Cups, the Shadow, and the Seven of Wands. Good for you. Right away in your opening is like, I'm leaning away from this. You're like, I don't trust it. Something's wrong. Seven of Swords in the Tower, the Star, you're not wrong. You will be proven sooner rather than later. Very soon. Perhaps as of this reading. But the Tower, the Star, whatever that is, it had a big kind of cell concept of star. This is a big goal. This is a big dream. This is a big wish. This is a big desire. And the Tower says, actually, no, not at all. It is none of those things. It looks like fool's gold or something like that to me. It's false. Very false, but a big cell. That stuff only works if you allow yourself to buy it. Remember that. The Hanged Man, 7 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Well, I don't blame you. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to pay attention to that. I'm going to go mind my own business now and be quiet. The Hanged Man, 7 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. It's like you're deliberately turning your back on this, not looking at it, not giving it any attention, nothing. You're going to, it's like, I'm going to literally mind my own business and I'm going to stay there for a while, a minute. King of Cups, the Shadow, 7 of Wands. It comes back again and gets a little more direct in your face. And then you turn around and you deal with it. Okay. So at first, 7 of Swords, guys, we have to keep in mind these are doubts, fears of the mind. Now, sometimes they're proven false, right? They're just fears of the mind. And then sometimes we're proven right. I don't know about you. I have a sneaking suspicion, but I'm keeping it to myself. This is quiet, so I just saw you lean away from whatever this was. It really is a case of it's too over the top. I feel like someone's trying to sell you on this fantastical dream or vision, and it's utter bullshit. It's a house of cards. Something is very wrong with it. You lean away from it. No shortcuts, no nothing. You're not going to buy the fool's gold today. You mind your business, and then this gets more confrontational. Hey, Pisces, you can't ignore me. Hey, participate. You don't got to do nothing that you don't want to do. That's it. Like I said, when someone is trying to sell you on fool's gold, the only way it works is if you choose to buy it. You believe somebody's bullshit. When you knew you had misgivings from the beginning, you knew something was wrong, just off, or that just can't be true, right? So don't buy it. Not even to give them the impression that you did it and just make them go away. Don't do it. Because that gives them the cue to come back to you the next time they need a sucker. Okay? That's why. I know a lot of people who'll be like, okay, fine, and just give in to it. That way I don't have to hear it anymore. But I promise you, that's what keeps the door open for these types. 7 of Swords, the Tower, the Star. Seven of Cups, Knights of Wands, and Temperance. Oh, yeah. I see the presentation of it. In a way, you were kind of dreaming about this yourself, being open to this and maybe offer an opportunity for real healing. But no, the way you show up, or not the way you show up, the way the situation shows up suggests you don't trust that situation at all. No, and you've had lessons before about being open or available to the wrong situations, places, circumstances, or people. You've had those lessons before. So I know in some way this showing up, initially you had hoped it was an opportunity for healing. No. It's a continuation of something negative, or it represents the opportunity to continue a negative situation. So I don't blame you for immediately turning your back on it and trying to ignore it. It's like, I'm going to go over here and mind my own business. This is not what I was hoping it would be. It still represents something false or negative and could have really strong consequences on me if I choose to participate. However, you're finding it hard to be direct with it, to push back on it, to say no outright. The Hanged Man, 7 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. The 7 of Wands, Knight of Swords. Yeah, 4 Swords. All you want to do is block the shot. I think what you did here is that you told them to keep some sort of temporary peace. I'll get back to you. Let me think about it. You have no intention of participating. You know it's a bad job. It was presented to you as like a good thing, but it's not. And I am sorry. That's false. That was outwardly false. But no. You don't have to buy it, honey. You're not that sucker. Say, I'm not that sucker. I'm not that Pisces. No, you're going to block the shot. You don't want anything to do with it. That was, I think you tried to bide some time. But no. You don't want to put yourself into it. You know it's not legit. 7 of Wands, Knight of Swords, 4 of Swords. You've rested on this. You're saying, I'm going to enforce my boundaries. I'm going to enforce my boundaries. I'm going to enforce my boundaries. Mind my own business. That ain't it. This is not my business. Okay. So whatever this is pushes back harder. King of Cups, the Shadow, Seven of Wands. I'm fighting for you, Pisces, honey. You can do this. All right? Now, again, it's one of those readings. It's either yours or it's not, and it's happening over the next couple of weeks as it resonates. If you don't identify with this one at all, check your other placements. It's perfectly normal. King of Cups, the Shadow, Seven of Wands. Judgment, Four of Cups, Seven of Swords. Okay. Here it is twice. Four of Cups, Judgment. I see you continuing to enforce blockage. Boundaries. No. No. I want you to speak a little more firmly, because it's doubling down. At first, it presented itself as a false dream, fool's gold, and now it's just becoming kind of a straight-up asshole. Pisces. Pisces. And it's getting in your face now. I really want you to reinforce your boundaries. It's like, this is not for me. I'm going to mind my own business. Thank you very much. That's your business. It's not mine. Judgment, Four of Cups, Seven of Swords. It's on you to speak your truth. I know that's an unhappy prospect for you. There's something about being direct with this situation or circumstance or person that you find extremely uncomfortable. However, being straight with it, Judgment, Four of Cups, I know it makes you uncomfortable. I know it makes you unhappy. But honestly, giving it the full reasons about why you don't want to participate might be the best solution here. Getting direct. It's being direct with you, putting a lot of pressure on you to acquiesce. And tell them the truth. No, and here are my reasons why. I think the situation or you personally are full of shit. And you want me to operate under that, and I'm not gonna. You know, I might be a fresh fish, but I wasn't born yesterday, something like that. I don't know. I don't care. There it is. I know the idea of it directly addressing it is hard for you in this situation. I don't know why. But honey, you said you're prepared to reinforce your boundaries and push back on this. You might as well be straight up with it. Or as best you can. Because I don't see you worlding this. I don't see you discontinuing it. For some reason, it's feeling free to press on you twice. And that bothers me. You ignoring it isn't working. And you sent closed off, guarded resistance. I know. I know. You tried to be guarded. You tried to close this off. And that was ego, vanity, pride. You don't like the way this appeals to you. Or it's coming from their ego. Yeah, there it is, the messages. For some of you, Pisces might be a Mercury placement. Control tactics. Oh, I know, there's the pressure right there. Fear and anxiety. They're leaning on you for fear and anxiety to control the outcome. It's not a good influence, guys. Whatever this is, still, it kind of represents an out-of-control ego. I got this. It's under control. Nothing bad's going to happen. Trust me. No, the opposite of that. The opposite. You know, just because they came to you with a fool of an offer doesn't mean you have to be a fool and accept it. They're doubling down on you. Push it back. Push back. Say no. And no is a complete sentence. But honey, if you got points A, B, and C, 1, 2, and 3, let them have it. Let them have it. Something here is wrong. Man, I'll tell you what. One letter here, D. We have the medallion of Scorpio as well as Capricorn. And then also Taurus. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to it. The seasons might be important too. We have the crescent moon in reverse by the light of the new moon, possibly. Okay? And then we have the music note. Profession, hobby. Or if you're anything like most people, it's how you tune or intuitively tune into yourself. Continue on with that practice. That's always a good thing. Pisces, that's a lot in the next couple of weeks, but I want you to know you got this. Trust that gut instinct of yours. It feels wrong, then it probably is. I know you're determined to keep yourself to yourself. I know. But because you didn't outright dismiss them, that's why they came back. So, And you still don't. I don't see a world. I don't see you end it. And that could be something that you say. If you continue to press on me about this, I will cut you off or cut this situation out of my life permanently. I don't know. It's like nothing's going to go wrong. That means everything can go wrong. When somebody, remember this as a rule, guys, when somebody goes out of their way, whatever the context is, in work, in a goal, a relationship, nothing's going to go wrong. Trust me. Okay. The opposite's going to be true. Like 90% of the time. Now, I don't know if it's 99.99, but let's say 90%. If you have to go out of your way to say that, so the opposite's probably true. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I'm rooting for you. Maintain your boundaries and your standards and push back. But Judgment, 4 Cups, 7 of Swords, it really is on you to speak to this about why you don't want to participate. It's so odd because you're showing me I'm afraid to disappoint them. Honey, what did they do to deserve that level of empathy? Do you think they're caring so much about you when they came to you with this? No. It's almost like they say, I want to go to that sucker Pisces. You're giving them way too much credit for having care and consideration of how they might feel if you reject them. You said if they cared about you, they wouldn't have approached you with this at all. That's what kills me, man. In that opening, you had really hoped it was for reasons of validity and healing and something you could feel good about, but you don't feel good about this. Okay? Okay. All right. Getting back to it. I hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Cancer, please. What's going on? Show me Cancer. Oh, back up. King of Wands, King of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Oh, don't you look like a well-rounded individual? Collective, both. 10 of Cups, the Sun, a 7 of Cups. Oh, happy, 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 joy, joy. Love it. Oh, the Lovers. Oh, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups. Then they like you too. They like you a lot, actually. Yay! Yay! I love saying these things for Cancer because I don't. Your emotional complexity is such as that you often try to include everybody who's important to you. So it's, and that's not a fault. No, in fact, it's one of your superpowers. But it's nice to see you focus on yourself and someone else. Someone here is clearly important to you. Oh, it looks nice. It looks nice. I like it. Like I said, you in and of your own right. Oh. You're very well-rounded, grounded, you're sexy, you're gorgeous. I like your confidence, I like your style, I like your delivery. You look good as a person, you look solid as heck. Lots of masculine energy here today, but I like your intuitive self. So that tells me that you're in tune with both your masculine and your feminine. You're comfortable with them in terms of direction, orientation. This is what I'm doing, this is what matters to me, this is how I'm alive, this is what I'm trying to achieve, this is my ambition, but also I appreciate my inner self too. I appreciate my quiet side. You know, it's all good. I try to be a holistic person, Christina. And you had a good feeling. And you do. 10 of Cups, the Sun, 7 of Cups. I see you're making yourself available intentionally. It's like I've been wanting to expand. Don't make a big deal out of it. I've been meaning to expand in my own personal happiness for a long time. This is a long time coming. I'm ready for it. I'm claiming this. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's rock. Let's enjoy this. And that's what you want to do. You are intentionally, emotionally expanding. You're making room for more, in other words. So whatever your inner circle is, you're expanding. 7 of Cups. I love it. You're happy. Yay. Sun's out. And the Lovers, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups. Well, that's not just any old person now, is it? No. It's a strong connection. Very, actually. And this was quite strong. It's in and of your own right. That's all you, baby. That's all you. That's someone else. That's the recipient of all these energies. Oh yeah, it's a strong connection. Very. Lovers. But I like how it shows up in reality in terms of heart. So we have someone here with a lot of emotional conviction. So no, I'm not saying that is you. I very much believe this is you. I believe this is the recipient of our attentions and our affections. It could be water sign, though. But yeah. Oh, Ace of Wands. We just, at the Lovers. It lights. It lights fast. It lights hot. This would have been a good one for Intimate Tarot. I don't remember yours, but this would have been a good one. Whatever. Queen of Cups. Fine. Show me what you show me when you're ready to show me. But I like it. I do. You go out there. I want you to fall deeply, madly. You're ready for it, but you're level-headed. You have ambitions, but they're manageable. They're not over the top. I like it. You're ready to put yourself out there, open up to this, and it shows. King of Wands, King of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Now, there's no such thing as the perfect person, but I like your baseline. I really do. 2 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Showing me a little bit about where you came from, but you're not focusing on it. You're giving me a backstory here, but like I said, it's not indulgent. Actually, it's quite tidy. 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups. I don't know however long ago. Long term, short term. I just know at some point you walked away from an emotional bond and you found yourself 9 of Pentacles on your own. Okay. A free agent, as they say. Independent, on your own. But you know what? It did you a world of good. It gave you a lot of space to rediscover yourself and redefine your world on your terms. And you got reacquainted with you. And you had a lot of material to work with. That's excellent. You're very experienced. We know that, right? And I can see that you have a very strong practical streak. You're never negligent of your reality, your responsibilities. No, no, no. In fact, when it comes to your 3D, you're quite ambitious. You like things to be squared away just so. And secure, comfortable, and even predictable. And the High Priestess, at some point, you got reestablished enough that you got comfortable, you started to relax, and you could feel things were opening up for you again. And that's where you're going to take me over here. But yeah, you're showing me what it is you had to walk away from at some point. 2 of Cups doesn't tell me much, except that it was an emotional bond. For some people, it's a deep bond, like a true love, deep bond. That's not the Ace of Cups, that's not the Lovers. That's a deep 2 of Cups. For others, it's a shallow one. The love had grown thin, or worn thin, or became absent altogether between 1 or 2 people. All it takes is one person to be emotionally absent, and it's kind of game over. It's downhill from there. But regardless of where you're coming from with that 2 of Cups, I know at some point you exited a dissatisfying emotional union. Okay? And you found yourself on the other side, a free agent, 9 of Pentacles. You have a very strong personality profile. I'm glad to see you kept up with it. I like how you got reacquainted with yourself at your highest levels. 10 of Cups, the Sun, 7 of Cups, and at some point you're like, okay, I'd like to expand my emotional circle again. Yeah. And it felt good. Thing is, does it feel good to you? Happy. And I have no doubt, looking at you, honey, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. I bet you were encouraged too by family. You know, it's you hate to see someone like you go to waste. You're so handsome. You're so you know how it is when you have those family members. You're just so beautiful. You got all this going on for you. You're such a catch. You should get yourself out there. And so when you're early on in the process of leaving something behind, or what, you just hear it as bzzz. But then one day you actually hear it. You're like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. 10 of Cups, the Sun, 7 of Cups. I want you to be happy. You know. I know the Cancer I'm looking at, you've definitely been told that. I just want you to be happy. I just want you to be happy. Six of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, at some point it stopped being this noise you droned out. Like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. And now you're like, yeah, I can hear it now. You can. You feel like you are honestly, you're able to, too. You say, I have the time as well. It's like, I can't. You're saying, I have the time to fall in love. Oh, good. I know you have a very practical side to you. It's very strong. It's very much part of who you are. So I can't say I'm surprised you showed me that. But you're like, yeah, I'm down for some love. Let's do it. I'm stable. I can make time for this. I can make time to fall in love. I can make time to explore the old cup there. I like that. You have a lot of masculine energy here. You have fire, earth, and the water. Huh. And I like that. You're like, yeah, I can see that. I think I could invest in that. It felt good. It feels good to you now. That's wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy for you, honey. That's gorgeous. I'm happy for you. I am. It stopped being that noise you could drone out. And you're just like, yeah, you know what? I am a catch. You are a catch. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You have so much to offer. Your family wasn't wrong. Or whoever had that voice in your ear. The Lovers, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Okay, let's see if it's all that. Here we go. It looks like it's all that. It hits you like it's all that. Oh. The Lovers, Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups. The Lovers for the Lovers. Get out of here. Temperance, the Hanged Man. It was a matter of time. Oh! Weren't you fancy today? It's like, I feel fancy. Remember, I'm the catch, Christina. Yes, you are. Oh. You got the good scotch out for the good company, eh? The Lovers is here. That's an old expression. You keep the good. You only take the good scotch out for the people you really want over. The Lovers, the Temperance, the Hanged Man. Oh yeah, this one just has inevitable written all over it. Jeez Louise, look at you. It took a minute. It took some time. But this is the one. The Lovers is rolling in twice. Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups. I insist that Queen of Cups is outside of you. I've seen who you are several times. And, you know, like I said, your family and friends are right. You are a catch. You deserve love, to be in love, the whole thing. You even said I can make space for it. Send me in. You even said you can make space for it. Okay? I believe you. You're going to make space for this one. Because you want to, not because I'm telling you. But look at that. Double Lovers. Oh, fancy. Got the fancy scotch. The fancy hors d'oeuvres. We're going all out for this one. All out. Oh, it's everything. It's red carpet treatment. We are trying to impress this, but you're not trying too hard. Not impress is the right word. That would be more like along the lines of ego. It's like we are very much wanting to attract this one, and specifically this one. Now, what's interesting here is Temperance and the Hanged Man. When we connect to this, it's kind of like saying, this is mine at long last. You have that, and it's kind of a quiet inner reflection, but it's a very powerful dialogue that you have. That reflection is like, this is finally mine. This is mine. This is my prize. This is it. This is the connection. This is the one I've been waiting. It's everything. You're glowing with it, but it's a gorgeous kind of quiet, strong pride. And it's like, this one. This is the one we've been waiting on. And I'm not saying you have been waiting. It's kind of like saying, it's here. This is mine. At last, it's mine. Oh wow. Very unusual. Yeah, you must have a very strong earthy inside, because I'll tell you what, you did a very short job. It was so short I almost didn't believe it at first. Like, what? Water signs typically want to show me everything. Everything. That went wrong. Why? You went, love was lost. That's it. I appreciate that. I don't typically say that for water signs. I really don't. But over here, just the thought of expanding your circle makes you very happy. I like how you said I could make space for that. This is the next 2 weeks. Wow. Now, I'm not saying you run out and get married to them. I'm saying this one's mine. I'm very much invested in attracting this person and only this person. Specifically, not only are you attracted to them physically and spiritually, but emotionally. You really like their hearts quite a bit. All right. It was the end of a cycle. And the beginning of a new. Okay. I know. Leap of faith. For some of you, Cancer might be a Uranus placement right here. The freedom, leap of faith, open to opportunities, that sense of free spirit. My life is my own. Oh, soul ties. Oh, I have no doubt. So I don't know about reunion, but I have no doubt about the soul tie. This right here. The Lover's this strongly coming through, and I'm seeing all these timing elements that this is mine. And we are attracting this in our highest self. I'm surprised you didn't show me the Hierophant, to be honest. Oh yeah, I have no doubt that you two are a soul tie. Like, this was meant to happen. So you're thanking it in your own way. This is mine at long last. But from my point of view, my first thought, oh, this was inevitable. Oh yeah, that tells me we're soul tied here. Okay. So you feel it one way, but how I see it is the other way. It was inevitable. Counseling, therapy. Sure. Some of you might, by the way, that might be your background, your working experience. Could be theirs. I don't know. But I feel like this is a very strong point for some of you. Typically where I see a healing card, I'm not surprised if I see the counsel and therapy card. A lot of people take pride in putting work into themselves. Not just their shadow work, but everything that it entails. The emotional self, the mental self, even the spiritual self. Spiritualism is a path. Absolutely. So anyway, but for some of you, this is a very strong indicator of how far you've come. Okay. And congratulations. You deserve this. I said that to somebody not too long ago. No, you deserve this. It's your time. I want to say that was the last check-in. Okay, we have... Get out of here. What? 2 Qs? 2 Qs? What does that even mean? It's up to you. And S. Okay. Yeah, we have the medallions of Aquarius, Taurus, and Aries. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, I would absolutely believe, the Taurus piece. As I said, I'm surprised you didn't show me the Hierophant. Due to the spiritual significance, it's like I'm signing up to this. I'm there. Boom. Done. Job done. Okay. Anyway, you could have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to the seasons might be important to you. Obviously, the upcoming season, Aries, which is followed up with Taurus season. And technically, Aries season within our 2-week bracket. But still, FYI. And then we have the crescent moon in reverse, perhaps by the light of the new moon. All right. There's some energy around there. And we have the peacock, bit of a show, bit of a... Oh, between the two of you, the way the energy's bouncing around, I couldn't tell you. But you're both doing your best to openly attract each other, and I'm going to put my most colorful self on display for you. You're like, that's funny. I was thinking of the same thing. It's like, I told you this one's getting red carpet treatment. It's like I'm attracting this one and this one only. That's it. That's all I want. Thank you very much, dear universe. It's my time. Or it's our time, is better said. Anyway, yeah, we're both, you two are both openly attracting. Okay, Cancer honey, I do hope this helped you. It was a great reading. I really liked it. I appreciate it. Yay! I've seen some difficult ones today, so yours was very refreshing. I appreciate that so much. All right, I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Hey, Sassy fam. On playback, I looked at the super brief intro I did, and I realized, oh my goodness, it sounds very curt, but there was, like I said, there was good reason for it. I did have a lot on my desk. I had to get to it, but made a lot of progress there. So much so, I think I might be able to do some shorts. Well, you'll know by Friday. I'll pretty much look like this. Miss Cinnamon's home, and she's less grumpy. I know that we had a check-in. She was super grumpy last time. Cinna baby. Oh, there's my good girl. Yes. Yes, there she is. Yes, that's my pumpkins. As you can see, we're in a much better mood. Yeah. Yeah. Scratch, 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 scratch. There's your cinnamon. There's our Cinnababy. There's our Cinnabon. Yes, I know. You look very beautiful today. Well, you look very beautiful every day. Even when you're grumpy, you're still beautiful. One more time. One more time. Come on. She's like, surely this counts too. I know, pumpkin. I know. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to, quick moment, say everything's fine. You know, a little bit of edge that day. I had a lot more on my plate. But we're clearing that plate. Why? Because I'm fucking awesome. That's why. You guys, I hope you're well. Take care and be well. Hey, daylight savings time. It's a thing.